What is up, you glorious coop of pigeons? Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Thanks so much for being here and for spending some time with me. If you don't know me, hi. My name is Damien. I'm a voice actor, Twitch streamer. You may also know me from the YouTube channel Smosh. I put out my stream schedule at the beginning of every week on all the socials. I might have forgotten Blue Sky this time. Darn it. I'm getting better about that. But yeah, now I feel like I don't have to be like, oh, I'm going to be there in 30 minutes. Oh, actually, guys, it's 40. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm tired today. So happy Wednesday to you. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Yeah, for anyone who's new here, I play a lot of video games. I'm a variety streamer, but we also talk a lot just like this. So today we'll probably finish up or maybe it'll be 1 or 2 streams, The Lies of P, which is literally a Dark Souls game, except if it were about Pinocchio. No, I'm not kidding. Yes, it's actually pretty good. And then I also got to play the new Elden Ring beta, just a little bit. So I'm going to talk about my experience with that first, because that seems right up this community's alley. I did do Blue Sky. Thank goodness, Moon Bunny Edits. Thank you very much. I'm not particularly good at keeping up with social media. I have things organized in my life with little lists, but that's not one of them. No glasses, also you look flushed. That's because I rushed. Leah Bug, I rushed to get here. I took a little nap, overslept, oopsie doopsie. I took a very quick shower, and then also this morning, my round glasses broke. They broke. I got them off of one of those websites where it's like, did you know that you can get 17 pairs of glasses for the same price you'd pay for one at the mall? And I'm like, sounds good to me. And yeah, they broke. One of the lenses popped out and it just won't squeeze back in. So it looks like whatever adhesive they use to put it in is not adhesing. It's not doing whatever the verb for that is. So I'm going to probably order some new ones. But also I've had those for like 3 years. I just didn't wear them that much on camera. So they serve their purpose. We salute them for their strong vision correction service. Thanks for being here. Don't you have other frames? Why, yes, I do, Shibugi Alarm Pants, but I didn't find them until after I put in my contacts, because it's hard to find frames when you can't see the frames. So we'll see if I switch to these midstream. For anyone who is new here, I do read out tips with messages attached. I see I've already got a couple to read out. Thank you very much. I do read out new subscribers. I read out resubscribers all at the end of the stream, and I read out sub bombs as they are dropped, and gifted subs as well. That being said, while those things are of course appreciated, they are not necessary in order for you to be here. You can hang out here for free. I talk to the chat for free all the time. So I will always say thank you, but please, first and foremost, take care of yourself first, especially if you're a youngin', or especially if times are tough. You gotta do the thing. So anyway, yeah. I'll wait a little bit for people to start trickling in a little bit more. But yeah, the Elden Ring beta, I got to play just a little bit, and I did enjoy it. It's very different than what I thought, but in a way that makes sense, and I think I'll really end up enjoying. We do have a new subscriber. Everybody please give a spicy, Clever Coop welcome to Teacup Book Nerd. That's a cozy name, and we do play cozy games, so thank you for being here. And then Fizz the Pup is gifting us up to Hunwix. Thank you, Fizz the Pup. Welcome back, Hunwix. Appreciate you. How lovely. My goodness. Oh, and if y'all didn't see on Anthony's channel, Anthony Padilla's channel, I got to host a voice acting episode of Assumptions, that show where you take audience assumptions and ask the people about, like, is this assumption true? What do you have to say about it? We assume voice acting's easy. What do you think? And it was really fun. It was a great time. So thanks for watching it, those who already have. And if that interests you and you haven't seen it, check it out. Oh, thank you. I appreciate y'all. That was very nice. All right. Well, I'll talk a little bit about the Night Rain beta that I got to play. I looked up every email that I got from them to make sure that, like, hey, am I allowed to share details of the beta? And there's not a single thing that I could see about, like, you better shut up forever, which is very standard for video game stuff. So I guess I'll talk about what I experienced, I'll talk about what I enjoyed, and what maybe you can expect if I stream it, which I probably will, or if you play it yourself. And yeah. And then again, we are going to be finishing up probably Lies of P today, if not this stream, but next stream, because we're getting close to the very end, and there was a DLC announced for that. So hell yeah. But we got our first proper sub bomb of the day coming in from Michelle Freaky Miller. Michelle Freaky Miller, thank you very much for dropping 5 flippin' gift subs. Michelle is gifting to Karimuat, Rox and Moss, Arulia, Monty Lay 9, and then ASDF 251. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate you a lot. And then Casey Jeffer gifting to Heave Yeeve and Oh, Heavy Heaven Sky. They just did an interesting capitalization. There we go. Casey Jeffer, thank you very much for doing that. Appreciate you. And then we got Demo Nacho dropping 3 flipping gift subs. Thank you, Demo Nacho. Demo Nacho is gifting 2 Stingray Cat. That's a crazy avatar animal that probably exists. Gamer Bug. That's a crazy avatar animal that probably exists. And then Johnny Illuminati, who's doing their own thing. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right, so the beta for the new Elden Ring spin-off game, Night Ring. If you're not familiar, basically it is a co-op version of of Elden Ring. Yes, Elden Ring already has some co-op elements, but this is a game that is designed around it. So the long and the short of it is, you and 2 other people are matched up, or you play with friends. But I got randomly matched. I got to play 2 matches in this beta because my time was very limited that weekend. I got to play 2 matches. So there's one of a certain amount of character archetypes that sort of follow what you might build in previous Souls games. Maybe this is like a beefy style tank that reminds you of Dark Souls. Maybe this is a really agile, while being like middle of the road and everything, character that reminds you of Demon Souls. There's a character that reminds me of Bloodborne, and that's the one I played as. So you pick your archetypes, and then when you go in, any character can use any weapon, regardless of strength, dexterity. It takes all of those stats out, and it's just about levels, which I think is really interesting. So first things first, where they do my favorite shot in all of cinema and gaming and all in anime especially. God, I'm such a nerd, but I'm gonna enjoy talking about this. It's always like, if you imagine like I'm running like along a cliff like this, and then in the background something huge is moving at like the same rate on camera, but for it to be that big and that far away, you know, both of us are going fast as hell. No, it's not the Akira slide, Demo Nacho. In fact, it's probably it's perpendicular to the Akira slide. But God, it's super cool the way they start. So your character's like running along a cliff, and you see this like blue eagle thing, and you like look over to it and you jump, and that's where it takes you into the game. And you 3 drop down together. Hopefully you land where there's some enemies. You take them out as quickly as possible. You find a checkpoint as quickly as possible, and then you just choose like level up, and you say, it goes, great, you're level 2 now, and your health like doubles, everything doubles. You're so vulnerable. You're a weak little baby until you level up even a little bit. And the only restrictions I found on weapons would be the level. So I found, for example, the Reduvia from Elden Ring. It is a knife that is known for stacking bleed in a really strong way, really early in the original game. But in this game, it required me to be level 9 to use it. So I couldn't just get a super powerful weapon right off the bat and go to town. You sort of have to earn it a little bit. One challenge I faced right off the bat was, it was clear that the other 2 people I was playing with in each round had already done several rounds. So this is an extraction style game, similar to like a Fortnite, an Escape from Tarkov, where you drop in and they're basically like, you have to make it to the middle of this point before everything closes in around you. So you got to be really quick about what you're doing. And so basically the moment I dropped down, both people were like, and they knew exactly where to go. And I was like, oh, okay. How does this character even move? Oh, sprinting is different in this game. Okay. And it was just, they were going to town, and yes, I was still getting some experience from that, but I like felt bad because they were doing all of the like work. So it took a little minute to get my bearings. That being said, once I did, and I figured out sort of what I was supposed to be doing in general, I felt way more comfortable. And it didn't matter that they were a little bit ahead of me, because maybe I can see an item that they missed, or maybe there's a couple enemies that I can hit along the way that give them experience. The archetypes of characters were really different from what I could tell. I played as the Duchess. She's like the Bloodborne one. So while everyone else had like a huge axe and a bunch of armor and everything, the Duchess is like, I'm going to be so dodgy and good with timing and use a little dagger, and hopefully it works out. And it was actually really satisfying. It was really cool watching, you know, my then teammates, sort of tank this damage or slowly, chip away an enemy's health. And then me being a sneaky, dodgy, quick, whatever, I would run behind the enemy and do a backstab. And I kind of felt like that was my role, and you kind of innately got it right off the bat. Where like, I can't take any hits, but I can deal out a lot of damage super fast. Another cool thing is you can hold on to 6 weapons at a time. There's no weight limits. So even if I am a quick character with a dagger, if I wanted to use a greatsword and a bow and all these different things, I can keep them to cycle through, which was really nice. The one thing that was difficult about it is because everything is moving in so fast, when you find this loot, and you're trying to figure out which kind of weapons you're going to want, it does take a minute to like look at it and be like, okay, this one does this type of damage, but only if I'm using this type of thing. And oh god, I don't even know which one should I use. And by the time you're thinking about it, the arena is already closing in on you. So it is a game that is going to, I think, punish new players the couple times you play it first, and then once you get it and know what you're going for, it's going to be really rewarding to be that fast. But it did feel like a lot to bite off right when you start. What else? We did not make it. Every round is played in like 3 in-game days. I think it's supposed to take about 45 minutes. The first time I played, it was the first time I played, so we died on the second like big boss. The second round I played, the network booted me out because it was a network test, beta test. The third time I tried to play, I ran out of time in the actual beta window, so I was just like, screw it. But one thing that I thought was really smart, and I will play a game soon. One thing that I thought was really smart was that when you die in game, you die for real. No, you get to bring these little, I forgot what they were called. They were some kind of like infusion or something with you. They were like green or yellow or red. And they might have random stats like your stamina recovers a little faster, or you have +8 magic in this next round. And certain character like archetypes can use certain ones. So the second time I played, I was like, oh, I didn't get much for the character I like to play, but if I ever try to play this other character, they're kind of, going to be beefier now. But for the character I play, actually, yeah, I got a little stamina boost. This is going to be really helpful. And yeah, other thing they did that fixed it. It like made everything awesome. So one thing that Elden Ring, the original, does really well is it's built so vertically. There's a lot of mountains and hills, and if you know what you're doing, you can hop up on your little goat horse friend Torrent in specific places. In this game, from what I could tell, no mount. You yourself are running super fast, and if there's a mountain or a huge hill, unless it is like a vertical cliff face, you are able to like sort of Naruto jump your way up really easily without any extra effort. And if there is a vertical cliff face, there's probably going to be like a very powerful like gust of wind area somewhere near you that allows you to just jump right to the top of it. So all in all, I am very excited to play. I think, and I'll still stream it, I think it's going to be a little bit difficult to stream because of how fast-natured everything is. I mean, how many times have I been playing a Soulsborne game and looked away for a minute and talked to chat and come back, but like, and it turned out fine, but it still takes a little bit of effort. There's going to be that extra pressure of 2 other people playing with you at the same time. So my thought is, random matches, great. We'll try that out and see how it works. Or there would be specific times where it's 2 other streamer friends that I know, or at least close enough with to trust that like, hey, watch my back. I have to talk to chat for a minute while we just naturally play. Or maybe everybody's streaming at the same time. I don't know. But I think it's going to be really fun. And I think specifically having trios like that is something that I have missed out on in games a lot because I don't really play Apex or Valorant. Shooter games like that aren't necessarily my thing so much. I've enjoyed them when I've played them, but like, so having it be a Soulsborne version of that is really exciting. At the same time, there were only 4 of the like 8 or 12 or I don't know, something like that, character types available. So I think there's going to be a lot of experimentation with like team comps and different builds. My only major hope with it is I don't play a lot of multiplayer games because I enjoy experimenting with things. I enjoy trying things my way, or I enjoy doing what I'm doing. And I don't love doing the wrong thing in a multiplayer game. Like if I can build my character in an interesting way, I'm going to try to do that. But if, one person selects the Guardian, the other person selects the mage character, and I select the Duchess, if both people are going like, dude, you can't select the Duchess when someone is already the mage, like that for me is just a non-starter. And I know that's probably not the case for everyone, but I didn't grow up with like really angry multiplayer chats. I didn't do it. It wasn't my thing. So who knows? Who knows? But I'm optimistic. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Overall, for it being a beta test too, other than the network booting me that one time, I thought it was great. I do think that's going to be a bit of an issue when you need 3 people to have strong internet at the same time. Like, I'm fortunate enough that my streaming setup, I'm hardwired into the Ethernet, so unless the internet itself goes down, I'm good to go. But theoretically, if one person drops out of the game due to their internet, it is going to be a big deal to try to finish out with only 2 people. So who knows? They're smart. They make games very well. Maybe they'll have a system where, like, you can sign up for, like, a rescue crew where, like, you always join games already in progress when someone drops out. You know, that would be my thought, because they've had sort of like covenants like that in other Souls games where you're like the Blue Sentinel, you're gonna help people. So that's my hope. I think they would really need something like that and benefit from something like that. Oh, final thing, they do characters like dying or going down like very well. If you run out of HP, your character in Elden Ring Night Rain falls to their knees and they have like a couple of purple bars above their head, and that's them like fighting against like a true in-game death. Yeah, exactly. An absolute can't. Sorry, like a Monster Hunter SOS response. Exactly like that. So I'm sure they'll have it, especially with Monster Hunter launching very soon. They'll have to sort of learn from that, I would hope. But yeah, so instead of like going over and stopping combat and like patting your characters on the back to be like, come on, man, we got to get you up. I've got to resurrect you. You strike them. You like hit the life back into them. So those purple bars that they're fighting against, you have to get that. That's as much health as you have to get down. So there was a point where like the character I was playing, the boss would have taken me down too quickly. My character was too squishy, so I was using a bow from a distance. I saw another character go down, and I just switched to the left and started firing at that other person, and they were able to get up and, you know, keep fighting. And that's a really satisfying way to rescue someone in game that feels better than any other way I've seen that implemented before. I think it's, yeah, exactly. Whack, get up, dude, or like beat the life back into them. Now we're getting, yeah, it's a little rough, but at the same time, like, you know, it's that thing in Fortnite or whatever where you're like, oh my God, like we're doing really well and this person went down. Time to stop combat, get to a safe place, carry them over, rub them on the tummy for 10 full seconds, get their weapons back. This was like, nope, get back in there. And I thought that was sick. A shot of adrenaline, very Pulp Fiction of them. Exactly. It was sick. It was a lot of fun. And also I can only imagine there's probably a bunch of builds that are like, you can do area of effect damage. So you're hitting the boss and it serves as like a semi-functional healer because it's also hitting your friend who is now down so that they can get back up. So I thought that was really sick. And then, yeah, every time you beat like a mini boss, you get not just weapon drops, but sometimes like stat boosts. I got one where like every time I dodged, lightning would strike in the middle of where I was dodging to, which was great because then my dodge became a new attack. And I'm like, that's such a cool thing, but I can't rely on that happening every time I play. So how would I build a character around that? It's a little bit luck of the draw while also sort of knowing what you're doing. I think the game is going to have a lot of longevity. I think it might have some growing pains here and there, but again, I just played the beta. So I thought it was sick as hell. And that's it. That's Elden Ring Night Rain in my experience. Like I said, I would have loved to have played more, but I had some professional opportunities that weekend that I chose to do instead. So, and I don't regret that. I had a lot of fun. And yeah. So that's me. That was me nerding out and talking super fast for like 15 to 20 minutes. Thanks for putting up with that. But I'm excited to stream it when it does come out. We'll definitely, you know, even if there are issues, I'll still try my best. And also, Monster Hunter, end of this month. Can't wait to at least play it off camera, but I'm going to try streaming it and see if we enjoy it for that. Rabbits on Chalk is gifting a sub to Kafena Usako. Thank you very much, Rabbits on Chalk. I appreciate you. And then Ectozoologist is gifting a sub to Zelda Shroom. Thank you both very much for that. I'm also curious if anyone has any questions about Night Rain, because I might have forgotten some stuff. Is there anything that you saw in trailers or anything that you were like, what did you think about this? Because I kind of just rifled through that stream of consciousness. In the meantime, we have a couple more new subscribers. Everybody please give a spicy Clever Coop, welcome to Lyric Falco, Cabbage Bastard. God, cabbage is so good. It's the most basic food to deliciousness ratio I can think of. Allie, 1951, Lady Brain Doctor, and then Simply Stoned, gifted by Chimichangas9. Thank you very much. I appreciate you very much for that. Anything we didn't see in the trailer that you can share? Lopla, they kept you in sort of one area with only 4 types of characters in the beta, so I don't think there was too much that I saw that was like a surprise. I think just feeling it implemented was very new to me. And it was a good feeling. Like I said, it was a moment of like, oh, basically every time FromSoft makes another game, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, even Bloodborne and Elden Ring, which are very different, for the most part, because I've played it enough, I sort of know what I'm doing right off the bat, enough to get started. It's the same way, like, if you play a lot of Smash Bros, every time they drop a new Smash Bros, you kind of know your character. They might be like, oh, Kirby's down B actually works a little different. They'll never change that. But this was some of the most different mechanically, with the fastest need to figure it out. I'm sure they mentioned like, go visit the training grounds in the beta, but I couldn't find it right off the bat, and I was like, screw this, I'm wasting time. I need to go play the game. So that's on me. All right, let's see here. My camera exactly, everyone went straight to Avatar. I love that. Alrighty, Joe the Raven dropping 666 subs. Thank you very much, Joe the Raven. I appreciate you, and your name does sound like a Dark Souls character that would give you little trinkets. So there you go, Joe the Raven. Thank you so much for gifting subs to Straw Baby Milk, Madsoe, enjoys sleeping, you and me both. Yosh the Third, Catharos Chaos, and then Quasar Born. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate you a lot for that. New subscribers, you're welcome to join the Discord. You're welcome to use those emotes, but also just thank you for being here. Alrighty. So, let's see here. Just trying to see if there were any questions in chat before I hop into my question of the day, and then we play Lies of P, which again is a Soulsborne about Pinocchio. Who'da thunk? Were they all original bosses, or did they have some from the original Elden Ring? Demonacho, great question. They had some from other Souls games. I had to fight the centipede demon from Dark Souls 1, like near the end of Dark Souls 1, the ruins of, it's been so long. It's like Ilzina or something like that. But yeah, centipede demon, that was crazy. And it was very interesting trying to remember that fight, but playing with a character that was modeled clearly after Bloodborne. I love the Duchess's design too, so cool. Whereas everyone else is just in armor, she's just like in a little leather cap with a little quick blade, and I'm like, yes, you are the stabby Duchess. They will call you the Red Stabber Lady. They'll workshop the name, but you'll have a cool name that echoes through history. Let's go. Is it possible to solo or co-op only? Dan W is the man. I'm pretty sure it's co-op only, but one thing that reduced my stress about it a little bit is they had the option to just have the character archetype names over the players as opposed to their in-game name. So you're not getting like messages that are like, hey, you suck and you ruined my 45 minutes. It's like Duchess, Guardian, like that was it. So that was cool. Yeah, she was jaunty, Joe the Raven. So you give trinkets and you give good words. I hope the dancer comes back. Hopeism, I would be shocked if they didn't have the dancer as a boss. The info we looked up said there is a single player mode, but it's more co-op, says Midnight Vixen Fox. Very interesting. I don't know how single player would work in that game, because it definitely felt like you needed 3 people to be working at the same time. Even if it wasn't 3 people working on the same boss, like sometimes I would get a little turned around and lost and didn't see where the rest of my team went, and I'd see that they were fighting a boss. They would kill it by the time I arrived, but I'd still be getting the like souls, the experience, the runes, whatever, while they were doing that, and vice versa. Sometimes I'd stumble upon a colony of just guys, and I'd be like, oh, hey, let's take these down. Oh, no one's here? Oh, no one's here. Okay, and you know, that's just kind of how it goes. But I wonder if they'll implement some kind of system where, you know, I've played for 30 hours and I have a bunch of those like infusions to make my starting character stronger versus someone who's playing for the first time. I'd be very curious about that. But anyway, NPC party, says Demo Nacho. Maybe. I'm sure Soulsborne players though are smart enough to find a way to exploit that in some way, and I mean that as a kind of a compliment. You know, it's a genre of game where people like being really good at it, so I'm curious if they would be like, well, we found out that you actually get more runes yourself when 2 characters are dead, so we killed the NPCs, and then I went on a solo run, and it only took me 10 hours. Like, I could see that happening in a moment. Inkala Binari dropping 2 flipping gift subs. Thank you very much, Inkala Binari. Gifting 2 Plasmatic Donut, and then Monbelly. Thank you very much, Inkala Binari. Appreciate you, and welcome to the both of you joining here. Randomly generated apologizing for the accidental mod pin. In fact, let's reject that apology and say thank you, mods, for being here. You're awesome. You're allowed to make mistakes sometimes, like everyone. Thanks for volunteering your time. Is there a chat feature? Haunted Hex, I would imagine you're able to use, you know, like a headset situation. But there's definitely no, I cannot foresee there being typing because everything was so fast. My thought would be the moment you use a keyboard, people would be mad that you were even using a keyboard because it's like, why are you saying hello? We've got to do the thing. So, I don't know. All right, I'm really behind on reading tips, which is a very good problem to have, but thank you very much for that, folks. I'm going to hop into the game now, but before I do, for anyone who's new here, I got a little tradition called the Question of the Day. It's where I ask y'all a question to get the audience going, get us all on the same page, get our energy up. Especially me, because it's 7 p.m. and it's starting to get hot in LA. So, my question for you today is... Who do we have in the chat today? We got Leah Bug, Jacqueline, we got Jay Newcomb, Twatha, Phoenix Warman, Tyke Gaming, we got Lindsay, 326, Phoebe, 24, Dan W is the man, Elias, we got Lorraine CBX, Fairy the Berry, Nugget, Chicken, Sal, 007, Okie Gabby, Wolvie, 1001, Haunted Hex. What is up to Bob, Dylan, Mimi Meat Moop, Laura the Librarian, Demonic Donut, Audrey Raven, what is up to Lollipop, River Nuri, Saint Anything, Loomis Reader, Alley Cat, Katie Pantaloons, what is up to Ninjalicious, Danny the Blue Recluse, Melisween, we got Just Jenny, Onyx Everin, we got Aurora Crystalheart, we got Kaelia, Squeak Squeakin', Grumpy Penguin, we got Madame Trash Heap, J Kitty, Jitty Kitty 4, Riven Rose War, Geeky Gremlin Girl, Shibugi Alarm Pants, we got Dummy Bunny, we got Sorry Ari. Got a lot of rhyming names, and I like it. Elizabeth B, what is up to Kojanown? What is up to Eden Girly? What is up to Iced Witch Brew? What is up to Geo, Dented Pigeon, Grumpy Penguin, Stay Frosty Nina, 2 men count. That's right. There are simply too many people here for science to count, and aren't we lucky? The mainstream media won't tell you this, but science doesn't actually have that many numbers, and guess what? We just ran out. But I'll tell you what, if I didn't say hi to you right off the bat, I'm sure I'll see you at some point during the stream. So hang out and lurk, hang out and chat, hang out and use me as background noise for the thing that you promised you'd get done today. After all, it's Wednesday, the day of being in the middle of the week. All that I ask is that you please just peep those incredibly basic chat rules, such as don't spam, be respectful of each other, don't backseat game unless I'm begging you to tell me the answer, please. Because our mods are here. Shout out mods. Our mods are here. They work very hard. They volunteer to be here. They don't have to be, and they do it anyway. So thank you to the mods, and let's not make their jobs more difficult than they theoretically could be. So thank you for being here. Wow, I feel like that was the most I've spoken in a 20-minute period in a long time outside of a voiceover booth. All right, we're going to load up the game, Lies of P, and I will get you caught up on what the game is as we go. So don't you worry. Don't you worry. If you haven't seen it before, even though we're close to the finale probably, we're going to get you all caught up. I cannot get your volume to 75% on the Twitch player. My day is ruined. Oh, is that just sort of like a you need it to be perfect thing where like it's at 74 and then you push it a bit and then it's at 76? Yeah, I know that vibe. That was like a learned... well, I mean, I have OCD, so I'm not saying you do, but that was a learned OCD thing for me where I need to take away that music. That's crazy. That was a learned OCD thing for me because I had an ex-girlfriend many years ago who was like, "Oh, we need to stop the volume on an even number," and I was like, "Okay, no problem. I can do that for you if that's a thing you need. No worries." And so I did it for like 2 years, and then I was like, "Oh, I think I just do that now. Oops." So anyway. This game is pretty sick. It is literally, I think, the best Dark Souls style game. It is the best Soulsborne game that is not done by the actual company. I think they nail it. And it's literally about Pinocchio. So this is in a time where it's very steampunk. There are puppets in the world. Puppets are train conductors. They are maids. They are butlers. They are going to work the streets as police, what have you. So they're robots. But some of them start to sort of come online a little bit, and it's like, uh-oh, beep boop bop, I have feelings, I think I feel. Am I a person? And that's what you have done. This is Pinocchio, essentially Timothy Chalamet, or a Sprouse, pick one, whichever one. Yeah, sentient is a good word for that little orange, but I think me stumbling my way through the words probably just works way better. Kidding. But yeah, so this is that. And so the puppets went crazy in like a rebellion, as well as people going through a plague that made them turn to stone, and then the cure for that turned them into zombies. It's a whole thing. So we're fighting zombies and robots. Turns out the guy that made the cure for the plague is a bad guy. Turns out our father, Geppetto, who made all the puppets, is probably a bad guy. So we can't trust anybody in this gosh dang puppet world. All we can trust is our cool robot arm that fires out lasers and the weapons we make. Damien, what's your favorite Souls-like game? Oh, ask me to pick amongst my children, why don't you, Healy? Also, welcome in. I have a soft spot for Bloodborne, but very unpopular answer. Dark Souls 2 is some of the most fun I've had because I used to play with a friend group that was my like after work relax activity when it came out. But I think Dark Souls 1 will just always have the most special place in my heart for what it is. And what it is pretty cool. All right, let me quickly grab an item from this hub area. Mods, if you haven't yet, would you mind changing the game to Lies of P, please? Every Now and Quinn is raiding with a party of 31. Let's go. Hey, thank you so much for being here. Every Now and Quinn, how was your raid? What were you playing? Welcome in. Welcome into Quinn. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Damien. I'm a voice actor, Twitch streamer. You may also know me from the YouTube channel Smosh. I post my stream schedule at the start of every week now on all the socials, and we just finished my rundown of the Elden Ring beta and what my thoughts on it were for the new multiplayer game Night Rain, spin-off of Elden Ring. But yeah, so here you covered Deal or No Deal Island, and then we played Fortnite poorly. Hey, you know what? Playing Fortnite poorly is the first step to playing Fortnite real good. Except for the first time where they put you in game with bots and then you'll probably win. But then after that, there you go. Quinn from Big Brother is here. Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. That's so cool. I've been meaning to watch some more of that just to like understand the genre even more. That's so cool. I love that. Well, congrats on streaming as well. That's awesome. And I think that's so cool that in chat people know you and are very excited, and that makes me excited. Thank you for choosing me to raid. I really appreciate you. That's very, very nice. And also Deal or No Deal Island. That's so cool. Is that the one with Joe? Thoughts on traders? Saying anything, I've decided I'm going to be starting it. I had enough people tell me to watch traders, and I was like, I'm not easily peer pressured, but by Jove, you've done it. Yes, okay, so Every Now and Quinn, yes, I've met Joe a couple times. On the text saying Joe Papa, yeah, nailed it. No, Joe Manganiello. And I knew about it through that at first, and I was like, this sounds pretty cool. So that's great. That's super cool. Love that. Well, thank you for popping in. I appreciate you. This is Lies of P, by the way. It is like a Dark Souls game, except it is, it's literally about Pinocchio. I'm not kidding you. Do you watch Drag Race? I have watched a fair amount of Drag Race, yeah. There are chunks of time in my... Oh, yeah, I remember this. There's two guys, and they both look like a Ozempic Dr. Robotnik. Slash the mean guy from Tarzan. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I go through little chunks of time where I will get really onto a show, and it doesn't really matter what the genre is. So there was a time, if we're talking reality, Love Island was big for me during pandemic. I watched a lot of Drag Race because I had an ex-girlfriend who liked it a lot. And then I was like, oh, I'm immediately hooked. Why have I never watched this? But thank you very much, Every Now and Quinn. I appreciate you. Thanks for the raid, and I hope whenever you stream next, it is a lovely one as well. Oh, and I have watched a fair amount of Taskmaster. And that was just a game that I played a lot of when I was playing... What game was I playing? Oh, yeah, when I was, like, grinding levels in Metaphor, ReFantazio. That's what I watched then, so yeah. Anyway, oh, I forgot these guys explode. I forget, happened to me. Uh, Brianna DX7 subscribing for the first time. Yes, I pronounced it that way on purpose. A very spicy welcome to you. Thank you so much. And also, y'all, I'm sorry I'm behind on tips. I will read them out in a moment, but what a lovely treat to have a raid from a new person. Say hi to. So cheers to you. Yum. Non-caffeinated, extremely sugary sweet tea. Oh yeah, I forgot this person does not quit. They're literally built different, as like a Frankenstein's monster situation. Well, like Frankenstein's monster's very rude neighbor. Yelling at me? Who does that? I'm an adult. Hey, yell at me. Back, don't yell at your kids either. Whew. Come on, burn out, burn out. Like me with my autism. Burn out, go, burn out. Okay. Frankenstabber. You know, you never know how someone gets the name, and then they get it, and then you get it. Frankenstabber's monster, actually. Autism beam, says Dead Moon. Yes, exactly. Sorry, but I'm about to info dump. You're gonna want to stand back. Not the self-deprecating autism humor. You know what? It's not even... I wouldn't even call it self-deprecating. I own the hell out of it. In fact, what I mean by that is I own autism. No one else can have it. It's mine. It's kind of my thing. You just can't have it. Sorry. I'm the only gamer that has dyed their hair blue. I'm the only autistic person that's dyed their hair blue. It's mine now. I took it from all of you. For some of you, I guess. You can't share? Fine, you can have it back. So yeah, what I did just there and looking away from the game to read chat just now, that's not going to happen in Elden Ring Night Rain. There's just no way. And that's part of why I love streaming Soulsborne games. So that's going to be a new kind of challenge. New challenge just dropped. All right, I'm super behind on reading out tips. Thank you again for even doing it in the first place. I'm so sorry I'm behind. And there's a little burp, and that's for you if you want it. I'm sorry. You took the autism like a fey creature. You know, it's funny, Sisu, the reason it's theorized that a lot of people were considered to be replaced by the fey is, in folklore, is maybe the kids were autistic. They were like, you know, they won't look at you, and they're laughing at the wrong time, and they're seemingly very interested in the nature around them, but not the people. They must be replaced by the fey. There you go. So, but that's just a theory I've heard, a game theory I've heard. Okay, remind me, these guys explode. Back away from them, they explode. Oh, come on. There we go. Danny the Blue Recluse is our first tipper of the day. Drop in 369. Nice. Thank you very much, Danny the Blue Recluse. I appreciate you. Saying, hey, Damien, I've been taking a stand-up comedy class alongside improv, and I'm now trying to memorize my set. Can I ask you if you have any tips for memorizing, like when you have to learn a script? ADHD brain is making this hard. Thanks, says Danny the Blue Recluse. Ooh, I'm going to deal with this fellow first. He's clearly going to be a problem. So sorry. But yeah, there are a lot of different tips for memorization that people use, and I feel like I've shuffled through all of them. This is not like, well, this is not like a brag, but because I had to memorize so much kind of all throughout my life, I've gotten to the point where if I show up on set for Smosh or something and I've never seen a script before, I can read it once and then sort of know what I'm doing. And you can do that too eventually. It sort of depends. I mean, if it's your stand-up set, I'm assuming things aren't super disjointed necessarily, unless you've just got like joke, 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 banger, joke, and like there's no through line to it. But if you can sort of imagine, like, stand-up is tough too. I don't do stand-up for that reason. I would have a really hard time with it. But if you can imagine sort of like telling a story to someone, like there's a reason you've written it the way you have. There's a reason you've ordered things the way you have. There is, especially when it comes to writing in a script, there are very few things that come up that you can't justify as an actor. Like if someone asks a question out of nowhere, then you as the actor are probably going to think like, I think that was on the character's mind for this whole conversation. That's kind of going to be something I can think about and sort of half respond to whatever someone is saying to me. But what I really want to ask is this question. But that gets a little bit in the weeds. I think sometimes the best way, especially with ADHD brain, to use your words, is rote memorization, which is literally just saying things over and over. And even if it's not necessarily, like, you want it to feel natural when you're saying a script or a story. So even if it's not exactly the script itself that you're saying over and over, let's say your stand-up set is story about your dog, the awkward time in the grocery store, time you failed a test, and then your first relationship. So you'd be like, just find a silly little ADHD brain song to be like, dog store test, girlfriend, dog store test, girlfriend, dog store test, girlfriend, dog store test, girlfriend. And you just say that over and over again until you're like, okay, I'm in the middle of the store, and then, oh, girlfriend comes next. So I'm in the store and I have to talk about how I met no, test is next. I'm in store and I have to talk about the walk to school for the test. Okay, that's where I'm at. So take a minute, breathe, get to that. So yeah. And then eventually, like, I think it starts with just knowing words. Then later, like, from an acting perspective, it's like knowing what you're saying and why and all that good stuff. And then eventually you can train your ADHD brain to just like, I read it, I know it, done. It takes some time. You can do it. You can do it. Kayla Macaroni is dropping 5 flipping gift subs at the start of that huge explanation. So sorry for the delay. This guy's going to try to Second Amendment me, and there he goes. So give me 2 seconds. But Kayla Macaroni, thank you very much for the 5 flipping gift subs. Let's go. Gifting to Ashby, Aiden, Max Lags, Hobbit Tickler, and then Sid Vieira. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot. That's super nice. Thanks, Kayla Macaroni. And if you were gifted a sub, you can feel free to drop a thank you in chat too. And if you don't, I already said it on your behalf, so you can keep lurking, and that's fine. Okay. So remember last time, I think I fell to my death last time. I'm trying to figure out where I even screwed up last time, but yeah. I feel like I do be talking today. I'm just going. No, on fire, Dr. Robotnik. No. No, bad guy from Tarzan. No. Don't. Stop. Don't make me light you on fire, bro. It sucks. Hate it. Wait a minute. I didn't die last time. I found a shortcut. Yep, there it is. We found a little lift. Just so I know where I'm going, because there was someone I was supposed to talk to down here. Just so I know where I'm going, I'm going to go up this lift again, redoing everything I just did. Not really. I mean, from last stream. Just so I know where I was supposed to go this first time. Oops. Kayla Macaroni, thank you again. And Danny the Blue Recluse, I hope that helped. Also, just like with everything, improv, stand-up, if it's your first time and you're experiencing it, you're going to find your own tips and tricks as you go. There will be moments where it feels like something has failed or you haven't done something quite to the level you wanted to do, and that is part of it. I'm not saying you have to be comfortable with that right off the bat. If you feel like you made a mistake, yeah, you might be like, oh man, and that's natural, but you will get to a point where you are feeling better about what you're doing, and you deserve it. And you deserve it. Yeah, wow, damn, that is the exact... I could have just done that. Well, I guess I get to level up again, I guess. That was good. Okay, we're in practice now. We got Midnight Vixen Fox dropping $666 and 69 cents. Nice. Thank you very much, Midnight Vixen Fox, and also good to see you. Midnight Vixen Fox says, and I quote, "Hey Damien, Hubs and I celebrated our 16-year first date anniversary. If that is not the cutest thing I've ever heard, I love that for y'all. Congratulations. Not easy to do, and you've done it." That's pretty flippin' cool. It was earlier this month, and we don't remember what we did. Lol, I guess we are old. We are snowed in because of a winter storm and have been scrambling for things to do, so thanks for streaming. You know what? I may not know what it's like to be snowed in fully for a winter storm. I do know what it's like to forget stuff you just did, and it's usually stuff that you're comfortable doing. So either you both had a very comfortable time hanging out for your 16-year date anniversary, which is a really cute thing to think about, or you guys both witnessed an otherworldly terror from beyond, and your memories were wiped to keep you from going mad, like a Cthulhu situation. And also, and hey, that's pretty cool, actually. So, actually, that's pretty cool. So there you go. I mean, neat. Honestly, neat. Good. Also, good job. You found one. You did it. Keep it up. Sorry. I'm trying to find something to sell in game because I think I need to. I need some. I don't think I have quite enough to level up here. So close. Level up. Oh, I do. I have like exactly enough. Hey, that's great. Hey, that's great. Look at us go. Hey, look at us go. There we go. Cool. All right, back to the main game, and now we're going to be cooking with gas, folks. Get ye ready. It's going to be sick. Well, Midnight Vixen Fox, congrats again to both you and your hubs, and that's very sweet. I was about to say, we can all hope for a 16-year relationship one day, but maybe some people are arrow ace and don't want that at all. And that's okay, too. But I'm stoked for you. Alrighty. We're back, folks. And now we're gonna do things the right way. Look at these little guys. Cat Renee says, we're in the 50s in Alabama, and I'm so glad I'm not ready for the heat. For a second, when I read that, I was like, oh my God, a time vortex? Dear God. If the wrong hands get a hold of this. But if the right hands get a hold of this, we can fix everything. Anyway. Okay. We are going to talk now to a character that seemingly betrayed us before. Maybe not, though, because actually everyone was lying to us. So maybe the people that seem like they were our enemy are actually just trying to survive and are not that bad. But first, before that, Jepperhead, I'm going to shout out 30 minutes ago, I'm so sorry, dropping $172.69. Nice. Jepperhead, that's crazy bonkers generous. Can we please get some generous mother geese in chat? Thank you so much. Obviously, top right corner, that is the tip-top tipper of the month so far. Thank you very much. The dominant sub-gifter is Haunted Butterbean. Jebberhead, that's crazy. Thank you so much. And you keep me responsible for stretching my thumb, so that's good. I've actually started to use weights a little bit again after surgery and injury, and even if it's just like a 10-pound dumbbell, I actually also did that right before stream, so maybe that is also contributing to the redness. But yeah, so that's a thing. But anyway, Jebberhead, that's bonkers generous. There's no message attached, so as I will always say, you don't have to do that. It's very nice that you did. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and I appreciate you a lot. All right, this is there are people in this game that are like bounty hunters, and they wear masks like that, so obviously it being Pinocchio, it's like, ooh, the red fox, ooh. But
ciao, Bello.
Thank you.
I had a feeling you
called
were
me pretty.
no ordinary kid, but I never expected to meet you here. It's a trivial matter.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is
Do you wanna
trivial in this part
turn your
of the
back
business.
face to me?
Reward or no reward. The reason for kidnapping someone or for blocking your path here. But if some audacious behavior helps my brother see again, that's a different story. In all honesty,
I had to scratch my nose, and I don't like doing that on camera.
not you, at any rate.
But we helped her brother. We agreed not to fight him.
And why should I go out of my way to satisfy an employer who didn't pay me enough?
Yeah, that's right.
It's not too late. We don't have to fight. Just show me some kindness, and I might change my mind.
Or like a golden coin fruit? Yeah, give a golden. We have so many. I don't see a reason to fight this person. Yes, they tricked us along the way, but we've been dealing with a bunch of like scallywags and rogues and all that good stuff. It's okay if you had to pick your nose. Okay, then I did that too, Just Jenny. I can scratch my nose and pick it at the same time. And I did. It was both. It wasn't a lie, but it was a half-truth. And I need you to know that. But they stole our dad, though. Yeah, Brosy Pang, but we learned that our dad was controlling the entire puppet uprising. And they're also not stopping me from getting to my dad character, Geppetto, who also wasn't our birth father. The alchemist guy might be our birth father. From what I'm gathering, no one in this game who is like in any status above us is a good person. I think they're all the baddies. At the very least, like, yeah, morally questionable. / bad. The robot uprising killed a ton of people. Like, everybody in the street is either a dead puppet or a dead person. So, yeah. Yeah, I'll give you some coin fruit.
This much? It might even cure him entirely.
Bro, we have a tree that grows and I have like 100.
Fair, the way I've been harassing you.
Nope.
You're the only one who's ever been kind to us.
Thank you.
I swear on my life as a stalker.
It's the name of the bounty hunter type.
Safe. My employer promised not to harm him.
You should have started with that before convincing me not to fight you.
Go to him.
Like, by the way, your dad is safe. It's like, oh, okay, well then we don't have to fight. Like, sorry about doing that at you. Sorry about killing your family. Now can we not fight? Like, lead with that. Be like, whoa, hear me out. Your dad's fine. They aren't dead. They're just napping. That's right. You're right, K-Beach Cake. We did call that out. God, everyone just napping in the street. No one wants to work anymore in Puppet World. Jebbrad, thank you again for that very generous tip. Oh, okay. I'm going to close the door so I can hear it. No, I can't do that. Okay, I was like, I want to hear it creaking open if someone does decide to betray me and do a little backstab situation. Uh-oh, we got tummy water. Someone's not doing great and their tummy water's on the ground. Not good. Ooh. Do we have another person sleeping on the job? No one wants to work anymore. Okay, so now, oh, this is another shortcut to open up. Oh, that's Geppetto. Wonder if we could talk to him first before we press the button. Wonder if we get to be like, hey, old man. Oh yeah, so you lied about everything, by the way? How we feeling about that? How we feeling about that? Nope. Okay, well, I guess we'll talk to him. Mi padre, says Jenna official. Mentiroso. Mi padre es un mentiroso. Yeah. There we go.
It saddens me to see my precious son in a place like this.
Oh, is he standing behind me? Because you're not my dad.
To grow up as a good boy in a peaceful world. And yet, I think all I've taught you is blood and violence. This will be the last time I ask. I promise. Simon has gone completely mad. He's trying to become a god by using a tremendous amount of ergo.
Liquid souls,
I don't
basically.
know what kind of world he wants to build. Perhaps there's no stopping him. I trust you, my son, and I'm ready for any outcome. But
Simon
I
is like the
know
alchemist guy.
what you think of me. Speak truthfully, for my sake. Was I a trustworthy
I don't know how to
father
answer
you?
this. I know you have to lie sometimes, so I want to say no. He wasn't.
I see. I didn't do enough to earn your trust. I wasn't a very good father to you. I gave you more loneliness than love. That's my burden to bear.
Yeah, no is the
But
truth.
remember,
Yeah, I wanted to tell the truth this time.
There's still plenty of time. Once all this is over, we can become a real family. I promise. I will give it back to you. A happy family we once were.
See, I don't know. This is a tough game when it comes to that, and I don't love how quickly they make you choose. Because it is very, like, and I've described it this way before, but it's in games like this where it's like, Do you want to save the cat from the tree or walk by the tree? But sometimes you save the cat from the tree and then you trip and then the cat gets hurt anyway and then all animals hate you. Or you walk by the tree but then the cat gently jumps down on your shoulder because it's like, well, you need to let the cat choose for itself. Like, there's too much to figure out. So like, yeah, this dad character, Geppetto, lied to us a lot, but also it doesn't let us know the incentive of like, do we want to trick him so that he still thinks we trust him? Is that the point? Like, I don't know what the right answer is. So the fact that like nothing happened after I said no, whereas in previous things it was like, oh, you feel warm by saying it to this person. I'm like, I guess I was supposed to make him feel good even though he did a lot of bad things. I don't know what to do. And also, I'm not insulting people who were adopted, by the way, when I'm like, he's not my real dad. From what I can gather, the lore of this game is we were human at some point. We were a kid and we died, and then somehow we were made into a puppet by this guy, but I don't think he was our original dad. I think our original dad was the alchemist guy that's supposedly gone mad with power. So like, I'm like, yeah, you resurrected us as a horrible Frankenstein's monster's puppet's son.
Put an end to it all. And come back to your father's side. Son, you're all I have.
He looks like a college senior who's playing an old man. You know what I mean? Where like they do great with the makeup and the hair, but the skin is still very like smooth. But I guess we have to continue forward and kill the guy. All lies get you closer to humanity, says Iron Master 57. So you have to lie every time to get close to humanity? That's so weird. Because I know they established early on that robots can't lie, but wouldn't, and that's what makes you human-ish, is that you can make your own choice, but wouldn't it then be human-ish to make your own choice as opposed to like now having to lie every time? That's so weird. It's a great game. I'm just like, that part is a little hard for me. Overthinking it, says an absolute can't. No, never once in my life. We got Fairy the Berry dropping 3 flipping bucks. I think you're thinking too deep into it. Jules is Schools, where's this all coming from? I've never done that. I've never went to Ubu Jabber, and I don't think so. No. Fairy the Berry, thank you for dropping 3 flipping bucks. Appreciate you. Gifting to, excuse me, not gifting to, and they write in with their tip. Thank you. Hi, Damien. Thought you'd get a kick out of this. A pineapple nearly fell on my head yesterday. I'm all right. It toppled over off of the fridge, and I thankfully was just enough out of the way to not be hit. Hope you're doing well. Okay, that was a roller coaster. I'm glad you're okay, first of all. That was a roller coaster because in my brain I was like, pineapples grow out of the ground, and so either this person is setting up a pun or they're telling a lie. And the fact that you were like, it's on top of the fridge is, yup, it was just a funny story. It was just a funny story, and I guess I'm a little on edge, and I'm sorry. They grow out of the ground. Yeah, Alice the Crow. Isn't that crazy? It'll blow your mind. It's like when you look at cashews, and you're like, it's just a little dangly thing off the end of a fruit, and we don't really eat the fruit? The hell? Yeah. No, I believe you, Fairy the Berry. I was just very skeptical. Ooh, Assassin's Amulet. God, I hope they don't come looking for it. That would suck. What does that do? Increases critical attack. That's pretty good. Yeah, y'all need to look up cashews and pineapples individually and how they grow. Peanuts are crazy too. It's an entire plant. I've plucked them straight out of the ground and eaten them. Oh man, it's Frankenstabber, or whatever we called it. Asparagus grows weird too. Yes, it's just a long plant straight out of the ground. Asparagus looks like someone is playing a... I am not paying attention to this at all. My God. Asparagus looks like someone is playing a prank on you and just stuck a bunch of asparagus in the ground and said, look at all this asparagus that's growing. And you go, okay, buddy. Okay, pal. Sure. Yeah, I'll take a look at all that asparagus in the ground. Lemony Drew dropping 5 flipping gift subs. Thank you so much, Lemony Drew. I'm gonna go back and restart the section over because I already used too many heals. Lemony Drew, thank you for gifting 5 flipping gift subs. I appreciate you. Gifting 2, Pylon. We always need more. Frizzle, High Ground, Swift Fox X's, or maybe Swift Foxes. And then Grizzly 1295. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you a lot. That's very, very nice of you. I'm hungry, so I'll lean into it. What's everyone's favorite form of potato? I like evolution, like the first evolution, like the second stage of evolution before they get into their final, because it gets too big and crazy. I like potatops, where it has the 2 horns. I think that's in Fire Red or Leaf Green. Hey man, stop doing a stabbing. Hey, could you don't? Literally don't, please. Wow, I'm not doing well against this type of enemy. I need to go. Ooh, yep, that's correct. I need to go. We're gonna restart that area again one more time, and I'm gonna be so good at it. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so good. You guys are gonna be like, what? Lemony Drew, thank you again for the sub bomb. Perfect time to scroll up, because again, I am very behind on things like tips, and I appreciate it. But I am also sorry. Okay, so today we're going to be listing things that don't count. Number 1, that. Okay. Okay. Let's try that again. Oh, very satisfying to just blast them into the sky like that. Okay, so when they do the quick little stabbings, they do one long one at the end, and then they're gonna do a scream. Yeah. Okay, now we know what we're doing. That's the spice, baby. Oh, long boy. There we go. Whew. Okay. That was crazy, you guys. Why are you yelling, dude? Amateur nail art. I am also frustrated with their yelling. At the same time, if you look close, I'm pretty sure they're all stapled together. Pretty sure they're made up of people meat in a way that they're not supposed to be. So I understand the rage. I don't like being on the receiving end of it, but you know, happens. He walked up so like politely. He's like, "How about you, sir? Here I go." And then nope, chopped him. Chopped them on up. So I'm gonna want to turn left for that chest there, but what's on the right? What fresh hell awaits over here? Nothing? No way. Second I go here, something's dropping down. There's no way there's just a chest. Yeah, there we go. You son of a bastard! I even knew it. Wow, that's crazy. I was like, I know this is gonna be here, and they were like, surprise. Juggernaut situation. We got Michelle Freaky Miller drop in 666 box 69 cents. Nice. Michelle Freaky Miller, thank you very much. Michelle Freaky Miller says, hi, late diagnosed ADHD with my love for 17 years blew me away today. Okay. Hi, late diagnosed ADHD with my love for 17 years blew me away today. I'm on a dopamine high, and me saying I might crash tomorrow, he asked, what can I do for you? Oh, I told him from Damien's words, ask, do you need advice or just listen? And he understood. That's so sweet, and I really love that. And I'm honored to have had any sort of, hand in that, but I'll also say, for anyone else out there listening, that's not words to live by in general necessarily. It's just for some folks that is the right question, and that's, been the right question for some people and others not. But I'm really glad that for you, it's a good way to communicate sort of what you're feeling and what you would need, and that makes me feel really happy. That's really great. Do you need advice, or do you just need to vent? And I love that. And also, there's a world where, like, sometimes if we pick the vent option too much, that's when it's like, okay, this seems to come up a lot. Is there anything we can do to maybe curtail it coming up? Like, how can we help? So it's all just a good play. The fact that you are able to communicate that and that your partner was able to take that on because that is what you needed is really great. It's really fantastic. I'm pretty stoked for you. 17 years too. Gosh, wow. Y'all out there with your 16 and 17-year long relationships. That's crazy. In a good way. I've had you, sir. Okay, well. Dear heavens, I've died. Dear heavens, I've been burnt to a crisp. I've had you, sir. I challenge you to do. Okay, well. I was going to say fisticuff, but yeah, well, because I've died. All right, so what did we learn? Nothing. Charge in. Mother, father. Oh, you poop. Really? You're not gonna let me throw the cool thing at him even though I know where he is? Okay, fine. Fine, I'll go about it a different way. Not gonna let me Beyblade let over it. Doesn't feel so good, does it, stupid? Ooh, I almost fell backwards again. Nope. Nope, here you go. Kapoom! Oh, you're not gonna give me the satisfaction. There we go. I wanted to launch him into the abyss, though. Have you listened to my brother and me? You know, I've met Travis a couple times. He's a sweet bean and fun to talk to, and we get along really well. And I have listened to the podcast a bit. Yes, I have. I strangely tend to prefer the live shows that they record as a podcast. Yeah, slowly rolls off into the depths. That's exactly right, Guardian Wolf Kim. Not as fun, but this gives you more stamina versus recovery speed. How much more stamina though? It's okay. We will remember the stamina with the camera is lined up with the edge of that brick right there. The stamina is currently bricked. It's currently lined up with the brick, and now it is just slightly less, but it recovers faster. Why would they give that to us like at the end of the game? That's crazy. Oh, that's so cool, Nugget Chicken. Have fun. Have so much fun. Aw, man. Everybody remember, this guy explodes. Remember? I'm saying that for everyone else and not me, because I obviously remember. And we all remember. Good. Okay, great. Alrighty. We got PU TV, or maybe PU TV, but I think it's PU TV, dropping 10 flipping bucks. Thank you, generous Mother Goose. I appreciate you. That's very nice of you. Saying, hi, Damien. I'm here in the backseat on my Game Boy Advance. I hope you're doing well and that Chad has a great day as well. Ah, that's so cool. Game Boy Advance was a good system. It was, oh God, he explodes. Okay. God, I can't, look, things advance very rapidly these days, and I think that's can be a very cool thing. But y'all, I think the leap from like me getting, I had like the original Game Boy, like the really thick gray Game Boy where if the lights are off, like it doesn't make its own light. You have to like look at it, squint. And then Game Boy Color was like pretty cool, but still not full color. And then Game Boy Advance, when I was able to play like Rayman, a game that I knew from being on the PS1, that for me was like, I'm sorry, I can take this on the go. This is the pinnacle of technology, and I've never seen anything this cool. So it was a pretty cool time. And then the DS too, with that same leap. Like everything that we get today is just like better versions of 3D, and you're like, God, the water looks crazy, and how do they animate all the grass? But like the jump from Game Boy Color to Game Boy Advance to Nintendo DS was just like absolutely wild. What a time. What a time. We'll enjoy being in the theoretical backseat on your Game Boy Advance. I'd like to think you have an incredibly modded Game Boy Advance and you are actually typing from that. I wonder, and I'm not curious enough to risk it, I wonder if I can jump from there to there. No, there's no way. There's no way. This is not that game. Elden Ring makes you take risky jumps so you find a cool secret cave with a bunch of treasure. This is not that game. Okay, this was the, is this the shortcut I saw? Oh. Yeah. Kind of. Unless it's going to be an insta-death from the fall, I think I'm supposed to jump down to there, maybe. What else is over here before I jump down and needlessly die? Oh, it looks like this is just straight up the way forward.
Did you feel that? It's like someone walked across my grave. I sense ergo everywhere.
Ergo's like the
and
liquid
this
concentrated
place is
souls
saturated with it.
that they, yeah.
Like what you'd expect from a mountain of dead puppets.
Oh, okay. Very specific metaphor. It's like, God, is it cold in here? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's like what do you call it? Like a mountain of dead puppets, you know? Like, oh yeah. It's like a mountain of dead puppets. I know what you mean. Yeah, no problem. I know what you mean. Okay, cool. So we are okay now. This is a shortcut. Good. Who's he talking to? The little lantern we have on our back has sort of like a guide system that is spelled Gemini, pronounced Jiminy, like Jiminy Cricket, like Pinocchio. Pinocchio. The Italian way to say it, which I can say. So yeah, that's who he's talking to. Every time he pops up, though, I think the voice actor does a good job, but every time he pops up, I had forgotten that he was there, and I'm like, oh crap, holy crap, that's crazy. Hey, how you doing, pal? Living? How you living? Good? All right, good. All right, just upgrading some weapons while we have the ability to do so, before it gets too crazy difficult to do. Let's see, I want to upgrade this Mjolnir head situation. Cool. So now we have really strong electric weapons, really strong fire weapons, really strong acid weapons, and just straight up blades. So I think we're gonna be doing pretty well. Well, actually, I think we're gonna be doing pretty well.
Welcome to Hotel.
Beep boop bop, I am a robot, but also I feel. Beep boop bop, how are you today? Good. So they make us use 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. 5, 6, whatever. Screw it. 2 of these. Alright, then we're good. He doesn't feel anymore. I think he's just pretending. I think he does feel. I think he's just like, oh, I'm not sad at all. Beep boop bop. I think instead of becoming full robot, he's just given into the non-emotional part of toxic masculinity, where he's like, I'm not allowed to feel anymore. It's not that I can't. I can. I'm a robot, but I can feel, but I'm not going to. Beep boop bop. And that's what he says in the game. All right, yeah, see, remember when they were like, I can't believe you gave us one of those fruit? We just grabbed 5. Like, wow, it changed my entire life. Changed my entire life if you gave me one. And you're like, I've got a pocket full of these and they keep growing more. Right. Hey, we got Amateur Nail Art gifting a sub to Sapphire Cyborg. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate you for doing that. A very spicy welcome to you, Sapphire Cyborg. Oh, and also, I just want to say, like, because the algorithm shows me stuff about me in general on, like, socials or, like, in comments and stuff like that, because it very rarely assumes, like, oh, you're the person they're talking about. It's just like, oh, this might be a topic you're interested in, even though it's your name. I more often than not see people really saying really nice things, and I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it. I don't go looking for comments or anything, but I see a lot of nice stuff often, and that's very sweet, and that's a very rare position to be in on the internet at all. So just thank you. You're very sweet. So thank you. Just thought I'd say that. Amateur Nail Art is also gifting a sub to Little Orange Zero. Well, thank you. Hey, heckin' thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. I see that emoji, a Midnight Vixen Fox, for that animated emote. I don't know why, but I just feel like I want to do that. There's a little cat waving 2 little things. And I like that. All right, so they did one of my favorite tropes in games. Not exactly, but it sounded like they're about to. When the cricket was just like, wow, did you feel it? It sounds like it feels like there's a whole bunch of energy. Like everything is crazy right now. Like it's about to be like a big boss fight. But my favorite trope that's kind of like that is in any really long game. Like we're talking 80 hours in Persona or a Final Fantasy or something like that. Or even freaking Pokemon. There's always that part that pops up where it's like your friend or your sidekick or the menu where it's like, hey, I get the feeling we won't be able to come back here for a while once we cross through that door. You've got any unfinished business? I'd do it now. And I always get like chills because I'm like, oh, that's the best way to let me know it's about to be sick. I love that stuff so much. I'm like, oh, the trope, they did it. Hey, before we walk into that portal, you might want to take care of any unfinished business. We don't know how long it's going to be before we get back. If we do it all. And you're like, okay, kind of moody character. You care in your own way. Do I have to jump on this? This is going to be... Oh, God. What? Who cares? I did not mean to use a special attack there, and I just drained all that. That would have been so good to use on this crazy guy. Oh, yeah, it just can fly at me, sure. The stat that he is stacking on me right now, Disruption, is an auto death once it builds up. It's not like it's poison, it's not like it's bleed, you just die. So that's gonna be a lot to deal with. Okay, there we go. He has so much health. Oh my God. He has so much health and fitness, actually. Look at that for him. Good for him. Honestly, good for him. It's hard to find time to make it to the gym. I know I haven't much. At least you stayed calm, says Bitterbuke. I was like, ah! Oh no! Quit throwing fart grenades at me, dude. I'm about to die from this character, and it's not even a stat boost. He just hits a little too hard. Maybe I should switch to the armor that prevents strike damage as opposed to slash damage, because he's just using those fisticuffs. Fisticuffs and farts. That's the Vlad way. This guy's name is Vlad now, and I've named him that. This is insane. You know what I should start doing in this game about blocking is blocking. I should probably do that at some point, huh? Oh, he just punched the electricity out of me, dude. Oh my God, dude. I quit. I quit the whole thing. If you're gonna be like that, I quit the whole thing. I don't want to play with you anymore. You punched me in the face with the fart bomb, dude. I'm not going back to that school tomorrow, dude. Everyone threw fart bombs at me and Vlad punched me in the neck. Like, sweetie, you're in grad school. I don't know what to tell you. Well, I guess we can drop down there, but why would we ever? Oh, so he just doesn't follow. He just gives up. Well, good thing I only have one heal left for the new area I just kind of started. You there! I challenge you to little fisty stabbing. Oops. Well, here I go, and long good night. Oopsie doopsie. There's gonna be another. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? What are you gonna do? I can't trust anymore. I've been hurt before. Does the chest itself explode? What happens? Oh. Still don't trust it. Eden Girly dropping $3.69. Nice. Eden Girly, thank you very much for that. Saying, hola Damien, I couldn't be here last Sunday stream. I got a driver's license and I got myself treated boba, lol. That's awesome, congratulations. I'm happy to be here on Wednesday stream. Thank you for streaming today. I hope you are doing well today. I am, thank you. You know what? I slept. It was one of the worst nights of sleep I've had in so long. In like a really long time. But I'll say this. You know, when you have a bad night's rest and you only get like a few hours and you're just like, God, this day is going to suck. God, I'm so tired going through the whole thing. And then there's the other end of it where you're like, oh, I slept so poorly. I've come out on the other side and I just have to survive. That was me today. So I was literally like, let's go. Here's that energy. Was it Zelda's fault? Partially. Yeah, my cat partially was being a little bit of a stinker last night. But she hasn't been as much of a problem lately. This was just one of those nights, man. It was just, my brain was going and the heart was thumping and I hadn't had any caffeine and nothing was wrong. It was just like, hey, you are awake and you have to get up kind of early. And that's how it goes. I'm going to get knocked off the edge. I know this. I know it. I don't trust any of this. I don't trust any of y'all. You guys are friends with Vlad. He punched me in the throat, dude. I'm not going back to grad school tomorrow. Folks. Oh, take us to church. We worship the coming of the left-handed one. One day, someone will be left. Oh, I was joking. Actually, we have an electric left hand. That's crazy. So said Piss Tree, number 3. I, Adriana, recorded for the brothers and sisters. Praise Pistris, the one who will swallow even God. Listen, my brothers and sisters. I, Pistris, shall tell you about the true eternal life. An angel's gift was something humans dare not enjoy. Many humans died with hope in their hearts, and the ones who lived harbored rage instead of death. Eventually, humans destroyed and burned their hope on their own, and that is how the angel became the god torn to death. But today, there are definitely those who survived with the blessing. They, the immortal ones, still walk around and wish for the resurrection of Jod. Yes, it's pronounced Jod. I clearly told the truth I witnessed. Now you shall all follow this path. Okay. Cool. Sounds like a very normal belief to have about the thing that you said. No, thank you. I don't want a pamphlet. I think I'm actually good. I think I'm actually good. I think we're gonna have to go back and defeat Vlad in a little bit, because that dude clearly had some kind of special item, and I want that. Alrighty, I'm gonna scroll up a little bit so I don't fully miss. I'm not too, but well, no, I'm an hour behind on tips. I'm so sorry. It's a lovely problem to have. Thank you very much for the generosity. I do appreciate it. I am just sorry. Stargazer activated. Use the Stargazer. All right. So now we're healed back up. We've got all of our heals back as well. This looks like a very normal setup to watch the end of the world. Ooh, someone's got electricity and the power of flame. Well, la-dee-da. Actually, that would be... That is not a kerosene lamp. It could be electricity inducted from outside of it. No, there's an electric bulb in there. Okay, so it is oh, they all have little electric things, so it's all electric. But is it, what is it, acetylcysteine lamps? Or what is it, acetylcysteine? The one that came before proper electric lamp. I don't know. Hey, look, it's that lady or something. I don't know. Simon Manus's confession. So Simon is supposedly big boss, alchemist, evil guy that we're gonna have to fight at the end of this. A father is like God to his son. Even I, Simon, was no different in my youth. But the one who created me was no normal human, and my abilities were extraordinary. Oh, maybe he's, Manus means like hand. Simon, what would that mean? So maybe he was created by the hand of another man. Maybe he himself is like a Frankenstein's monster. Maybe Victor Frankenstein made Simon Manus. You're a failure too. The ability to read minds. Being abandoned in front of God meant the world's destruction. From then on, my life existed to make a world without lies. A world where no one betrays you and there's only truth, even if it's forced. Now the finale is here. Once the door is open, it can't be closed. For humankind, I, Simon, gave up being human and decided to walk the path of immortality and the truth. My body will be broken and reformed as the god that was torn apart. I leave this record in my last moments as a human. Simon Istris Manus. Okay, so the religious, prophet that we've been collecting little clues from throughout this whole game is actually the guy. He's actually the guy. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look up an anagram descrambler real quick. Anagram solver. Because Simon Pistris Manus has to be something. Unless Manus is, and these are all references, I don't know. Simon, sorry, use question for blanks. Simon, question mark, Pistris, question mark, Manus. Oh, it doesn't do the whole thing. There's not enough. Wait, how do you use anagram solver? This is a dumb website and I hate it. It's dumb like a fart and stupid as a butt. And if I'm so immature, why is it stupid like a butt? Let me try this again. Simon Bistris Matt. It's too long for all of them. Bistris Man by like 2 letters. Yeah, okay, never mind. Does it mean anything? I don't care. Who cares? Here we go. But if I'm so immature, why is this dumb like a butt? Okay. We got Aurora Crystal Heart dropping 5 flipping bucks. Thank you, Aurora. I appreciate you. Saying, hey, Damien, we got our friends hooked on Fortnite, and we've been playing so much of it lately. Fortnite, I do go through phases. It's a lot of fun. Almost to level 200, which is high for us. That's wild. Good for you. Also had my psychological evaluation. It was actually kind of fun, but tiring. Looking forward to the results later. Hey, you know what? I'll say this, and I'm going to go back one section here so that I can fight the Vlad guy, because this looks like it'll be final boss or whatever. If you get any kind of evaluation done, it's all just a roadmap. You know, some people feel a sense of mourning when they learn something about themselves, but like it's something that you already were dealing with, or maybe a psychological profile you already had, you just didn't know it yet. You know, you dread going to the dentist, but before that you're like, oh yeah, my tooth always hurt. You're like, oh, I have a cavity, I didn't know that. Like, well, now I can actually get the right kind of toothpaste, you know? So, yeah, I wish you the best of luck and enjoy Fortnite. Hey, where are we dropping? Nowhere. We're invincible. We'll never die. Let me make sure. I want to use the right physical damage reduction thing that actually protects me against getting punched by this guy. Disruption, we do want to. I need that. And then. Oh, yeah, this is the one that is worst for striking damage, and that's all that guy is using. Okay, so we're going to swap to this. So I can at least... Pistrus is a sea monster like a whale, says Saint Anything. Ooh, there we go, Saint Anything, thank you very much. Pistrus is fish creature in Latin. Ooh, okay, so got it. There we go. It's like the whale, like Monstro. We got Manus, like the hand. Simon, I'm sure that's probably a biblical reference. Wow, thanks for blocking that. That's pretty cool. I think there might be a better weapon than what we are using for that fellow. So then maybe we should use that. That's the electricity one. Do you think this is a good weapon though? I'm gonna try this one again, and if it sucks, we'll try again after that. I should have probably also switched to the shooting spouts of firearm. Haunted Hex dropping 100 bits. Thank you very much, Haunted Hex. Saying, howdy, I'm curious what kind of music you're listening to nowadays. I need to expand my playlist. That's a fair question. I haven't really been adding music to my sort of like repertoire lately, or my like playlist, just because I used to do that when I was watching TikTok a lot, which I've been doing less since the original like ban. It wasn't. I lied. It was all a ruse. But yeah, it would always be like I'd see someone doing a cool dance to a song I hadn't heard, and I'd be like, I'm gonna look up this song. And that's God, he takes so he's just made of meat. This is difficult. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna remember that extra third punch. We can't forget he hit us too hard. No, you can't disruption us. I added extra protection for that, and that's illegal. But yeah, I'll after this I'll hop into my playlist and just throw out a couple. I have never been like a K-pop stan. Like I don't go out of my way to find it, but there have been a couple songs lately that I'm like, oh, this is really catchy. So I have added a couple things from like TikTok or social medias that are K-pop based. In the Discord, no, I mean like I'll literally pull out my phone and open up Spotify and be like, oh, I listened to this thing. But basically, whatever I'm into music-wise is just whatever happens to scratch my brain in that moment when I hear it, and I go like, oh, I have to look this up before I think about it forever, and then can't find it. 1, does the extra 2, 3. Oh, whoa, whoa, okay. That's new. Oh, tiny legs kick. Upside down Dorito Man. Upside down Dorito Man. Upside down isosceles triangle. He's got that trianger. I hate this. You're throwing up on me, dude. That's the worst thing to do on your enemy. It's actually disrespectful. In all battles, you can't throw up on your enemy. It's actually, I think, illegal to do. Finally, okay, we can do the thing. Okay, extra damage. He's actively on fire. This is good. No. No. Oh, we're about to lose our ability to use this. Ah, shoot. We ran out of arm juice. What do you drop? Yes, that's a really good level up item before a final boss. That's actually probably so important. I think this also means, did we miss one of the special locked keys, like the hidden key, hidden door thing? Anyone who's played this game, if you can clock whether or not we missed one, that'd be very helpful, please. But I feel like we got all of them. Okay, gonna drop. Yes, you have. Hey, an absolute Ken, thank you. Yes, you have got all of them, or yes, you have missed one. You missed the final one, says Gerbear. Oh, it's in the Abbey wall. Okay, so it's here, and we never beat that weird little Pinocchio thing. I do have to do that before endgame, huh? Gotta do it. I gotta do it. Abbey outer wall. You know what? I'm actually gonna look it up to save us some time because I'm not gonna stream forever tonight. I'll do the Spotify thing in a second. But Lies of Key. Lies of, oh, it's trying to do a game key. What's up, verified streamer queen Cammy? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I'm looking for a couple of final things that I missed in this game, Lies of P. Welcome on in. Lies of P, key, Trinity Key. There we go, Trinity Key. I'm like, why am I forgetting? Trinity Key. Okay. We're gonna find the last one, and it's gonna be great. And the site can't be reached, and I don't know why. We're gonna click a different site. You know what? I wasn't gonna say it. Every site on the internet is farting a million butts today. I'm sorry to cuss, but it really is. Okay, when you reach the giant vertical room with the wooden beams acting as bridges, head all the way to the bottom and you'll find the final Trinity Sanctum. This is the sanctum that can be opened with the Chosen One's Trinity Key. Did I miss the door or do I have the key? What's the deal? Where's the... Huh? Huh? Eh? Nani the heck? Functional items. No. Material, weapon, blade, handle. Collectible. I have the Trinity Key. Okay, great. Look, I try not to do too many Smosh references because this is my own thing. Obviously, this key belongs to the Chosen. Okay. Abbey outer wall. Arch Abbey outer wall. And we're gonna open that up and it's gonna be sick. Okay, so when you reach the giant vertical room with the wooden beams acting as bridges, head all the way to the bottom. You'll find the final Trinity Sanctum. Ruins with the beams acting as bridges. Oh, we know where that is. We know where that is. Yes. Okay, so people were asking about music. I literally right before stream added "Denial Is a River" by Dochi, Supernova by aespa, Debut by Cat's Eye. There's Abracadabra by Lady Gaga, Renegade, which was from Arcane Season 2. Come On, featuring Lay Banks by 5 Star and Lay Banks. A bunch of video game music from Metaphor ReFantazio. 2 by Baby No Money. Rich Boy by Peyton. Whiplash by aespa again. I guess I'm doing K-pop now. Tic Tac by Elite or Elite. I don't know. In My Bag by Meg Donnelly. Ohio by Anson Bagley, which I think it's an off-Broadway thing. Radiation by J9UUZA from the album Distortion. Styx Helix by Myth and Roid. Why is this dealer by Nico B? These are all newer things that I added, and I guess I'm just not in an emo / alternative phase right now. Okay, so they said we got to go to the room with all the beams, the vertical room with all the beams. That's going to be pretty far away, actually. I think I'm supposed to go to the shortcut here. Amber Ambition dropping 100 bits. Thank you very much. Have you finished Arcane Season 2? I have not. I need to get on that. Body aches and sore throat are no fun right now. I'm sorry to hear that, Amber Ambition. Glad I'm able to catch tonight's stream. My kitty cuddles are also helping. Thanks for distracting me from feeling sick, and I hope everyone here is doing well and having a good day. Yeah, I wish you the absolute best. There's a lot going around right now. Some of it's scary, some of it's less scary, but either way, resting is so good. Resting is so important, and I hope you get to do that ASAP. What's that Lady Gaga song? It's Abracadabra. It's the new one. It's good. It's the music video's crazy. It's one of those where, like, I can't dance. I've never put in the effort to learn how to dance, but when I see something like that, I'm just like, damn, I wish I could dance. I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna learn. It's good. As a big Twice fan, I have heard some songs from Twice. So I think that's the difficult thing with K-pop for me is usually when I hear a song, I'm like, hey, that's really catchy. I like it. I'll look up the name and I'll add it. But I don't have any specific song, and I think people are so enthusiastic, any specific group that I follow. And I think people are so enthusiastic, not in necessarily a bad way, but there's just so much where it's like, oh man, you're gonna like this song and this song and this song and then this group and then this group. And I'm like, oh, there's this whole fandom to it, and I don't. It feels like when someone recommends to you 10 seasons of a show, and you're like, I bet all 10 seasons are a masterpiece. It's also 10 seasons of a show. You know what I mean? For anyone who has played this game before, who noticed that I missed the Sanctum key, is this the room that they were talking about with the wooden beams and the vertical room? Is this the one? Yes, then go below. Okay. Thank you. The one that is the most Demon Souls looking room / Elden Ring, not Elden Ring, Bloodborne Chalice dungeon I've ever seen outside of those games. Yeah. And it's not, by the way, it's not bad that people like K-pop to that extent or want to share that. I think that's really sweet. I love it when people want to share something that they're passionate about. There's just a lot to it. Oh, here's the door immediately. That's great. Alrighty. California with a K had we discovered all 20 sanctums. Hell yeah, go achievement. California with a K had a funny interaction at a store where they went to a shed, came back, and didn't realize that someone else was inside and they were talking to themselves for 15 minutes before the other person also chimed in. That's very funny / terrifying. I would have had a bit of a scared as well. Hey, this is about to be insane. This, I'm sure, is going to be a big story moment because these hidden doors have been all throughout the game. There have been always 3 chairs around a book under glass. And this is the first time we've seen a big old destroyed version. And that's going to be a half-alive robot. I bet it's going to feel feelings, and that's going to be weird.
Oh my.
Oh, it's the guy that's been calling us on the phone.
Guest. I bid you welcome.
That's the guy that was giving us keys.
This is our first face-to-face meeting, isn't it? And I hope you weren't too attached to the rhyming. It gets to be a chore without the transmitter to help. Welcome to my sanctum of riddles. I admit I did not really expect you to make this journey in person. Oh, the havoc you must have wreaked along the way. Was there much blood other than what's all over you?
There's none on me. I didn't do it.
I know all about those alchemist cowards. Hiding away on their island, growing more monstrous by the day.
We're actually about to boss fight them right now. I just sort of came back for you.
Either fact that they are hiding or that they are monsters. And how about you? Is this the real you? Or are you still practicing the liar's art as only you can?
This is real. This is me.
You must
I don't know the rest of that song.
The question is simple, but I repeat, you must answer.
And I'm sure it'll be timed, and I'm sure I'll be confused.
Answer will show what or who you are.
Is that from Camp Rock, really?
Who you have decided to be. Now listen closely and heed the king's speech, or the answer to this one will stay out of reach. Are you a puppet or a human being?
I'm going to say a human being.
Which one are you?
Because it's a weird in-between situation. I'm a human.
Finally, you understand. Yes, we are human.
Well.
We may be trapped by ergo, but we live. We
That's true.
think, we love,
Yeah.
we hate. They have locked us in the prison they call puppetry. I learned this truth long
Third answer.
ago.
Human,
That
puppet,
is
answer.
why I've been exacting my revenge against them all ever since. Blood and revenge, revenge and blood. It's the only thing.
So what
that
have you been
truly
doing
drives me.
from here? I guess you're hooked into the wall. Are you driving a bunch of puppets, or?
Even if you're lying right now, even if you don't believe your own answer, the truth is clear. Proof is evident. Only humans practice deception so intensely for reasons that are so...
Well, that's not even close to the reason we would be considered human, but okay, yeah. I guess the game is about lies.
These moments of clarity are enjoyable. Now the rhyming, it helps me maintain
I want the weapon
focus.
that's in his tummy. That's kind of sick.
At least it helps me hide the urge to kill that I feel every waking moment.
Oh, how I got this fork in my tummy.
Play can go on forever. No. It was fun while it lasted, son of Geppetto. The king of riddles shall now retire.
Alchemist cape and quartz. Oh, and he's dead, or does he want us to kill him?
The play is over. You don't have to go home or straight to hell. Though that would be my choice. But you can't stay.
Oh, are you gonna blow up?
Not if you want to live.
About how he called about whether he is a serial killer. Yeah, this will be interesting. We got Baby the Bay subscribing for the first time. A very spicy welcome to you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing. We've also got Stay Frosty Nina dropping 317. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Stay Frosty Nina says, lucky wishes, 317, because it's my birthday. Happy birthday in a month. And see it everywhere. Anyway, here's some fun quotes from my client about Delicious and Dungeon. The dungeon is silly, silly dungeon. Basilisk is so cute. Chicken is scary. Chicken is scary. As well as Sonic is silly, as we just saw Sonic 3. Oh, I love that. That's so sweet. Thank you for sharing that, Stay Frosty. You know, I love that. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad that they are, you know, enjoying / tolerating even the parts that are scary. I think that's really cool. But thank you for sharing. We also got Shadow Snake 1961 dropping 5 living gift subs. Thank you very much, Shadow Snake. I appreciate you. Gifting to Jed JPN, Alori, Macho Fear, Brendan BC, and then Beth Moo. Thank you very much. I appreciate you a lot. I will continue reading out things soon, I promise. But I am very behind. But this is a big story moment in games, so we're going to keep doing that. But thank you, Shadow Snake. I appreciate that. And thank you, Stay Frosty Nina, for sharing that info. That was very sweet.
Aren't you curious?
Yeah, how did you call us on the phone with all those wires jammed out of your head?
Of course you do. Delicious.
Dungeon.
Time is all I have left. But your time is limited, Geppetto boy. I will gladly waste every moment you have if you like.
He is
It's
the
your
phone?
life.
Yeah.
So, come on. Now or never. This tower is absorbing all the ergo in Krat. It was built in this precise location because it's the most efficient place in the world to study and use ergo wavelengths.
Ergo is again sort of the crystallized form of like the human soul that they put into puppets to make them alive.
This is about the
And it's why we're
goddess
like
in the
human, because we
tower.
have
Now
kind of souls.
she is worth saving. Her powers are impossible. Her knowledge is endless. She is more, well, awakened than any of us. And you see, she has so much
I
power.
think we already
It's not
accidentally
like
let her
she'll
die.
miss just a little.
I think I was supposed to see this a little while ago
Simply
before
being
that.
sharing. Why bother? Well, I was bored.
Yeah, me too.
Is there any more? What if I made a puppet of a human?
Could be more,
The way they make-
suitable. Okay. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I had a little bit of a crush on the person at the top of the tower. I'm sorry that you came here after they died, and oopsie doopsie, that's not the way the game is supposed to go.
All right. Is he the serial killer?
Ah, your eyes are sharper than your wit. You found the gift I left behind.
Oh, sorry for scaring people. I don't know how that actually sounds.
Wasn't it a sight to behold? Huh?
I learned from the alchemist when I served him. Thanks to him and his surprisingly low pain threshold, I learned the location of their secret island. Humanity celebrated its own sanctum long before it found it blasphemed against itself, against us, by playing God. But I am an artist. Murderer is the word humans use to restrain us. They make us refuse our strength and power. I'm an artist of blood. I have to admit, sullying that particular sanctum was, well, fun. Even now, the memory is enough to make me shudder with something approaching joy. If only I could relive that triumph. Yeah. Am I supposed to murder this dude? Or can I? He was like, you better not stay if you want to live. Does he explode the moment I get out of here? Oh, also, Demonacho was asking about what is that weird reflection going off of your blade. So Demonacho, obviously here with that, like with the water right there, that is glitching. Like it's not, we're not supposed to be able to see that reflection in the water that way, I don't think. But when you go in and it keeps wavering, I think that would be the heat waves, because this is supposed to be like a furnace engine blade. So I think it's literally the air going like, wow, wow. Same thing you see on a really hot road. Please murder him. I mean, anybody who's played this game before, am I supposed to? Or is there anything to be had, or even am I even able to? Okay, there we go. Okay, I can.
The play is over.
Oh, the truth behind the Vanini incident. There's even more. Vanini is a beautiful fool, but a fool nonetheless. A mere slip of a boy when I met him. And did he ever thank me for making him an orphan with my bare hands, for giving him everything he has on a silver platter, by removing the dead weight holding him back? Of course I'm not sorry. It was a delectable murder. Of the many, many I have committed since, the Vaninis, they have to be my personal favorites. They engineered the very first automated puppets, enslaved puppets without even understanding what they'd done. I didn't go there to take revenge for what his parents did. I mainly just wanted to slaughter them because they were so damned happy. Ah, what a great memory. In their last moments, they begged me not to kill their child, so I didn't. I'm not a machine. I have free will. I made a choice in the heat of the moment. It was a choice driven by the most human of emotions, curiosity. If the child survived, would he be traumatized for life, become a coward, a vengeful puppet-hating bigot? This is 10% of the game's runtime. A despairing wretch? Would he fling himself into the sea, I wonder? Would he remember the devil that orphaned him before his very eyes was puppet? Would he remember Arlecchino? A very puppet, I wonder. I don't know. Not surprisingly, the alchemist and the people of the workshop were as artless as I expected, concealing the truth. Here I go. Okay. Oh, we got an item. Moon World Warrior toy. Thank God. Moon World? What? Is this game made by the same people? Is this made by Obsidian? Hold on. It looked like it was supposed to be an amulet of some kind. Is it like a... It's not a costume. Is it just a key item? Oh, we have... Moon World Warrior toy. A souvenir from the family murders obtained from the King of Riddles, Arlecchino. It is someone's handiwork left unfinished. The boy's thoughtful parents wanted to make a toy inspired by the warrior in the fantastic movie for their beloved son. Oh, that is from an old movie. However, the toy was never finished. Okay, before I do a murder at this guy, anyone who's played this game before, I'm gonna ask for a little bit of backseat gaming right now. I have a feeling I want to murder this guy. I also have a feeling that I'm supposed to give this toy to Vanini, the NPC that sells stuff to us, and so he can come back and be like, please kill the robot that killed my mama and daddy. Please do it. So am I supposed to just kill him now, or is there anything that matters? Does it matter? I'm excited. Maybe go talk to Vanini first, says Gerber. Okay, I'll come back to this guy later. You can kill him now. Do it. Oop. So which is it? Let me Google it. Kill Arlecchino, Lies of P. Final Arlecchino encounters. Does anyone know the ramifications of sparing versus attacking versus killing Arlecchino? I know you get a nice sum of ergo for his death, but the implications, requests, and endings. You get 50 ergo, but he drops something that gives 10,000 ergo. I think you get more humanity for killing him, but not 100% sure. Just FYI, I killed him 5 minutes ago. My humanity didn't increase. Why would you answer a question you don't know the answer to? This is Reddit. There aren't any. It's up to you. You can kill him, keep exhausting, and then you get the option to attack him. Okay. So I would talk to him again. Oh, I can just attack him. Okay, it was an option. There you go. Is he gonna explode? Okay, there we go. Wow, that was crazy. All right, time to talk to Vanini. And then we're gonna do the final boss. It's gonna be great. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, Iced Witch Brew. Appreciate you a lot. Saying, from the Stink Kiki, aka my fur baby cat. That's very sweet. My cat is actually watching the stream at the moment and is very sweet. I love that. Thank you. Freya loves watching video games as well. Zelda will watch TV, but Freya loves her some Soulsborne. So thank you very much. Sal, that was not the actual King of Puppets. That was just a serial killer with illusions of grandeur. Oh.
You've met him, Arlecchino.
I've done more than met him.
We had just watched one of my favorite films, I remember.
I remember a 15-minute
I
story.
begged them to make me the warrior from it. If I had it, would my parents still be alive? Would we have been untouched by that murderous puppet? I've always blamed myself. It's a hell of a burden for a child, that kind of guilt. So I hung on. I hung on to the Grand Covenant. I wanted to use it to keep people safe. You know, in many ways, I envy you. Your strength. Thank you for this. Talk about closure.
Oh, I just get a cool achievement.
I thought she was the closest home. Now, I always...
All right, cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with an achievement and the closure of a cool story. I've been playing Persona 3 Reload. And if you've never played a Persona game, there are a lot of things in game that are like based on your relationships with people, not necessarily romantic, but just your relationships with people, right? And there is in Persona 5, which I played before, and then Metaphor, which is kind of the same thing, but like fantasy Persona, you also get something for like deepening a bond with somebody. It's like, oh, your bond is level 3 with them. Now, because they're so courageous, you get an extra attack when your character is low on health because they feel a burst of inspiration and they can do it. But I'm doing Persona 3 Reload, which is a much older game that they just made, you know, pretty and more modernized. And I had to look it up because I was like, am I doing something wrong? Like, which one should I prioritize? I'm not getting anything by leveling up my, like, connections with these characters. And it brought up, whoever answered brought up a great point. They're like, no, the point is the story. The point is that you're closer to that character and learn more about them. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, we've gotten to a point in games where it's like, I have to be rewarded for having my reward. Like, I got you a present for finishing your dessert. And I was like, oh my god, that's so right. And yeah, your Arcana improves. That's right, Demonacho. But that doesn't even matter at much until, like, way later. So for the most part, it's like, no, you get to be friends with these people and learn more of their story, and that's just really cool. This guy apparently also wants to talk to us, and then it's final boss time. She's Louise. Eden Gurley dropping another 369. Nice. Thank you very much, Eden Gurley. Saying hi again. I wanted to share that I love you were hosting Assumptions with voice actors and Iron Mouse. Thank you very much. That was so fun to do. It's so good, and my new favorite video. Wow, thank you. I never thought I'd see my two favorite voice actors, you and Shelby. I hope you have a lovely night stream. Shelby is so cool. I met Shelby through, and thank you. I met Shelby, this is Shelby Young, the voice actor. I met Shelby through Shane all these years back, because I know they've been like lifelong friends. But like Shelby's the reason I use the microphone I use in all my voiceover auditions and from my like in self-studio bookings. Like we've bounced ideas back and forth for a long time, and Shelby's a real cool human, so it was cool to be, sorry, bump the table. It was really cool to be able to do that.
I was a bit concerned my voice wouldn't even reach you. It has been so very long since I spoke out of turn.
Don't let it happen again.
You see, I too have been awakened.
Tell me the chicken recipe.
I have an ego, as Master Vanini would say.
Oh, he came online! He's a thinker.
I've been this way for some time. At least since Master Lorenzini was a child.
What?
He had no one else, you see. His parents. I'm sure you've heard of their terrible fate.
Yeah, I solved it.
And he had to see it all. But Master Lorenzini is stronger than most people suspect. A puppet was the killer.
Yeah.
We both knew it. But if we had told the authorities, they might have removed me from the household as well. The young master would have been alone if I had been taken away.
So he lied this whole time about not having feelings. How lonely that must have been. That's a cool character.
Now I atone for that failure by thinking only of Master Vanini's
That's a really cool
prosperity
written character
and
arc.
happiness. But even I did not realize how deeply he still held that trauma. How badly that murderous puppet had scarred his soul.
Good news.
You have set him free.
Oh.
I cannot thank you enough.
And see, that's the reward.
I am not accustomed to sharing such thoughts or feelings. But when it involves Master Vanini,
He be no money.
please accept this gift. as
Okay,
it
now there's the
truly
reward. That's
comes
good.
from the heart. My own. We will always roll out the red carpet for you at the House of Vanini.
Oh, nice. That's not much, but it's still just, it's very sweet. That was a really good conclusion to his story. I really like that. That turned out great. What is the red light over there? Making sure I didn't miss anything else. No, we know what this. Okay, great. That's so sweet. That's a really cool story arc to have. He's been online feeling like a human this whole time, but he didn't say anything because it would better protect this lad who he had to raise because he didn't have any parents. Like, that's a cool story. Pet the kitty, says the kid. Oh my god, you're so right. We're about at the end of the game. We should pet the cat wherever it may be. I'm obviously holding off doing the final boss fight. I'm also egotistically, even after getting my batoot handed to me by the boss before this many times over, I'm like, oh, if I go into the final boss fight right now, it's gonna be over. Who knows? Don't worry, we got plenty of other games waiting in the wings. Oh. Pinocchio, you liar. In any other game, I'd be able to grab that and go wee, and then get to a second area with a higher jump. I don't know where the cat is, but I do actually, you asking that did remind me that I should use this to level up. Lickety split. Okay, so I definitely should have never used this arm one. That was unfortunately kind of silly. Increase stagger window. Okay, what goodie can we get from this? We have to use item. Lower, increase Consumable possession limit. Max gold coin for. Actually, consumable possession limit, that would help us carry more of our, like, healing items here. Retain guard regain. Increase cube uses. That would actually be so good. But also, there's another one that will probably let us do it for cheaper. Add belt slots. Cube uses. All right, yeah, that's the one that we want to maybe go for. What can we use for here? Enhanced stagger attack from behind. Enhanced weapon attack. Reduces enemies' HP recovery. Increased pulse cells. Healing one more time would actually be so good and so important. Let's do that. Or even better attribute resistance. Better resistance to status ailments is going to be crazy. And actually, I think maybe that's the move. Instead of just one more heal, who cares? Wait, I have one more to do. Oh my god. That's crazy. Okay. Sure. Survival we already used. Attack we should use. Natural recovery. Enhanced weapon attack when discharged. Increased Fable Arts effect duration. I feel like we're out of enemies. It's just boss now. So then, when I'm out of healing, my weapon does more damage. Maybe that'll save us in a pinch. I don't know. We'll do that. All right, now we are finally ready to go. I mean, it's probably gonna have like 9 different segments to it, and then be like, well, if you want to fight the real final boss, it's later. So okay, but yeah. All right, and also last time we pet the cat in game, it was super friendly to us and loved us. So I'm assuming that's the completion of that story. Leabug dropping 369 as well. Nice, Leabug. Thank you so flippin' much. I appreciate you. Leabug says, hey y'all, I don't know if you remember, but I somewhat recently left a toxic work environment. I not to be parasocial, but I do remember you talking about that, yes. This week at my new job, I was publicly recognized for my good work by my superiors. Let's go. I never got that at my old job until I quit. Leaving is worth it. Hell yeah, Leabug. I think that's awesome. You know, I know that's the kind of decision everyone would have to make for themselves. I know there's a lot at stake right now in the world in terms of like how the job market is going, and you know, for some folks that may not be a good idea, but the fact that you took that gamble and it paid off so specifically in a way that you needed it to and deserved for it to, I think that's so cool, and I'm really happy for you. So flippin' congratulations. I'm actually really happy for you. That's amazing. So yay. That bent thumb. Ugh. Compared to this is as far as I can go, but I'm working on it. Anyway. And then as I'm running into the boss fight here, Phoenix Warman is dropping 10 flippin' bucks. Thank you very much for that generous tip, you generous mother goose. Saying hey from up in Canada with the temperature being minus 50 Celsius, which is minus 58 Fahrenheit. I love the cold. Not like that. That's crazy. Curled up, keeping warm and cozy. Excited to see the rest of Lies of P storyline. Well, thank you. Literally, here it is. But holy crap, that's too little of temperature. That's wild. Enjoy being cozied up. I'm assuming your heating systems have to be very great to be like, yeah, I'm cozied up. It's minus 58. Like, I'm sure you have an active bonfire just going. That's wild. Well, thank you again. And now, enjoy the thrilling conclusion of the Lies of P. Oh, that's Frankenstein's monster's friend. Father Gascon from Bloodborne. So good of you to join us. Looking real normal there, sir. Oh, I bet there's something under there that's waiting for a Form 2.
This is Ergo. Is it not magnificent?
You need a Tic Tac so bad.
Distilled immortality and a key that opens a world with no lies. A key that unlocks true evolution.
Look at me. This is peak male form. You may not like it,
Thanks.
but I hit my macros every
Echoes
day.
gift from me, Simon Marnis, who will transgress even God. Bow down to your
That's an
God.
entire Tesla coil on a stick, isn't it?
No! Show me everything you have, Papa Geppetto.
Thank you. Well, I got this cool collectible from a convention one time. And we have once again summoned our specter friend, our little ghost friend guy to help us. Though, obviously, oh, that reach is crazy. He's got more reach than a Halo game. Simon minus Arm of God. Well, there we go. Spectre's using a different weapon. He sure is. Maybe it's optimized for each. Oh, God. Eh? Ghost fire situation? What the hell's going on here? Yeah, this Form 2, whatever it's gonna be, is gonna be crazy. Oh, he didn't really run forward that well, huh? Kind of just... Oh. You got little flibbity gibbets on the back of him, huh? Little flibbity little flobbers. Little baby legs. You got a bunch of...
Behold, my 7 baby legs. You will never defeat me with my baby legs. Little baby legs. They're on the back of my butt. I got 9 baby legs. This is the form God wanted, and I made it.
This is evolution. Behold, as I discard this fragile body.
I don't even need my bones anymore.
Oh, no. That's actually a huge bummer.
As I grasp the power of a true God.
Ignore the smell. Witness me and also ignore the smell.
Oh, don't worry, everyone. He was an egg. He was just a chrysalis cocoon for his actual baby boy body, and that's why he had 7 baby legs. Are you following the story? Because now this is the real Simon, who might be our dad, and I don't know. And also there's a bunch of hands, and I do think they lifted that maybe a little too much from the Soulsborne games, but that's okay because we're enjoying ourselves and they did a good job.
Behold, this is how you hold hands with the one correct religion, and I won't say what it is, but I decided what it was now, and here I go. Wee! All academia, you're my heroes with my 15 hands on my neck.
Here I go. I don't even know what I'm looking at, dog. Okay. Oh, is it Simon Manus the Awakened God? Well, that okay. Good to know, because I was concerned that I didn't know who it was, and now I know.
You'll never run to the right for long enough to survive my onslaught of absolute bullshit that I'm about to throw away. Throw your way. Get ready for the doo-doo cannon. Because my back hump is a living man, and I'm mad at you. I'm actively on fire, and I don't like it. New evolution just dropped, and it's my weird body. And you can't body shame me because it's wrong. Even if I basically stapled 9 people to my body, still core concept. Don't make fun of me. I'll cancel you. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitter and I'll do it like it's for nothing. Here I go. I can also make wind on the ground. Look at me go. Better not hit me. I'll tell the Lord.
Okay, so now it's the fire giant from Elden Ring. Cool. Oh, the ground's gonna suck in a second.
Oh, God's gonna hit you with his hand. Or her hand, or their hand. Witness my pustules. I'm gonna make it real weird for a minute here.
I need to once again use the item that protects my Spectre ghost friend from dying too soon. Gross. Oh, I'm sorry, Amber Ambition. Is the words I said gross and not the man that just hatched in front of us and played patty cake with the Lord? I would argue that's gross. That's insane. I'm gonna be right back. I'm not taking a full break. I just need more water. I just need more water, and I'm gonna do a little water fill up. Be right back. Be right back. And that one doesn't count. I wasn't ready. I didn't know the rules of my controller's broken. I'll be right back. I just need water. I will say, for that boss fight, if looking at all the boss fights I've played in games that are guys made up of just pulsing boluses of weird body parts, he's definitely in my top 30. I'll say that for sure. Okay, so temporarily restore the helper guy's HP. Gives him acid attack for a little bit of time. That would be good. Reduces his received damage. That's probably going to be the move, huh? That was crazy. If anyone feels like clipping my descent into madness there, I'd love that, please, because I don't think I could do that voice for very long. Woo, that was crazy. Yeah, that's Lumpy God Incarnate. Yeah, that's Lumpy Space Princess Form 9 Omega version. Wow. Hey, we got rabbits on chalk dropping 777. Jackpot, baby. Thank you very much for the generous tip, rabbits on chalk. Saying hi, Damien. Really happy to catch the stream today. It's been a kind of rough few days. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So thank you for the happy distraction. Hope you have lots of fun. Lucky vibes and love as always to you and the coop. Hey, I appreciate that a lot. I'm sorry to hear that's been a rough few days, though. It's always good to acknowledge when it's like, yeah, things aren't bad in general. It's just been a rough few days. It will get better. You'll get through whatever it is. But it's okay to be like, yeah, this kind of sucks right now. So I am very sorry to hear that. Okay, I'm going to try to use the shield thing instead of the electric hit because there's no way I'm going to be able... I haven't used this item for the entire damn game, but maybe it'll work now. Ooh, actually, I'm so sorry to run back. I can level up this item, and I think I'm going to need to. I think I'm going to need to real quick. So sorry. 1 second. Lickety split. Lickety split, be right back. Rabbits on chalk, thank you again. I appreciate you. And yeah, you'll get through it. Chalk it up to a rough couple days. Eventually, you'll hit the midpoint where you're like, oh, things are starting to get better. And then they will. But for now, it's okay to be bummed. For sure. Troubled dropping 369. Nice. Thank you very much. Saying hi, been a minute since my last dono. Well, we call them tips now, Troubled. But I thank you very much. Modify, craft, we want to modify. We need to boost up this one for... Can make attacks while guarding. Oh god, we could definitely use more. But thank you very much, Troubled. I've started dating somebody who is really into Magic the Gathering, and I'm hopefully going to start playing / collecting. Okay, very cool. If someone, parentheses me, approached you at a con and asked you if you would sign a card, what card would you want to sign? Oh, that's a great question. Thank you. Troubled, I've actually had people at cons ask me to sign cards before, and I never mind. I'm always just like, do you want to ruin the beautiful artwork or ruin the description of what the card does? Ugh. But I never have a problem with it. I don't know. The commander deck I enjoy playing most is Atropos, God of Passage is my go-to commander for like a medium powered deck, and so I'd say that's my norm. I think the one I played with longest, if you don't have that, is Captain Nagathrod, but I think he's the like Cthulhu pirate guy. But I think Atropos, God of Passage is probably the one that I am just like, yeah, that's my go-to card. And I don't think it's an expensive one, so if you were like, I have to find this, then I think you can just find it. All right, let's see. But thank you. That's a fair question, and yeah, I'd love to. I'm doing more cons this year. I'm excited. There's several to announce soon when I get the okay to announce them, but I'm excited when I get to share them. So yeah, I think the only thing would be I use very like thick, like these are the pens that I use when I sign. They're like very thick. They're paint pens, and on a Magic the Gathering card, it's really hard to make that work. So I sometimes have thinner pens, but if you want it to look really nice, feel free to bring your own signing accoutrement that you think will look good on that card. But yeah. Thank you, randomly generated. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. I think I got a few more runs left in me for this eve. What's the weirdest thing anyone has ever asked you to sign? Amber Ambition. There's Weird Cute where someone's like, this is a candy box of candy. I'm like, okay. And then there's ones where it's like someone bought like a really edgy children's book, and it's not really a children's book. It was like really edgy, like Newgrounds 90s style humor that made me really uncomfortable. And the title was like, I'm not even gonna say what it's about because it would have been, it's gonna be a trigger here for somebody. So I was just like, no, I'm sorry. I don't think I want to sign that. Like, is there anything else I could do for you? You know, I'll take a selfie, but like, I don't think I want to sign that. There have also been, I go back and forth on this. Obviously, I voice a lot of characters. Someone has brought like spicy art of my character before, but it wasn't so spicy that it was like necessarily like R-rated or anything. It was just a little suggestive, and I was like, I don't know the protocol on this, so I don't think I've ever signed any of those. I think if I have, maybe I did it once when I was like panicking, like I don't know. But yeah. All right, let's give this a shot. I did summon the little guy, right? I can't make that mistake again. Oops. But Troubled, good to see you, and I hope you're doing well. Blind Cat, thank you for dropping 10 flippin' bucks. That's very generous of you. Thank you. Did you sign a sword? I would, and I have. Blind Cat, thank you. That's very generous. Saying, I have high-functioning autism, so it's cool to see other neurodivergent people succeeding in life. Funny story, I actually have been watching Smosh for a few years and only figured out you had a channel last month. That's amazing. Yeah, people, I never know how people find the stream, whether it's through social media, they hear it mentioned on a video, whatever. But however you found out, that's great. Welcome on in. Thank you. Yeah, I've been doing it for over 6 years. That's wild.
Show me everything you have.
Well, thanks for being here. Oh, I forgot about the reach. Ever happened to you? Happened to me. He's gonna do a little spinny. There he goes. Whoa, okay. Whiffed me there. Well, shoot. Oh god. That is not the heal. Okay, this is the heal. I guess I also don't have to use... Oh, I should switch armor because he's not pierced. No, I switched to the strike armor. I'm like, he's not piercing me or anything. He's not doing a slash damage. He's just hitting me with something heavy. So I should do something that reflects that. Okay, I'm gonna save the Spectre here for a minute and go. Oh god, I want to get a good hit on this guy. Come on, special attack move. There we go. Oh, please work. There we go. I'll catch fire like a cat in this movie. There we go. Oh, he's doing the thing. Playing the feud. Gonna land right next to me with the hit. There we go. I remember that. Didn't remember that part though. I don't like that area of effect thing where I can't go into his little fire corner. It's like, this is my special little fire corner and you can't have it. Oh god, I need to try to stun him while he's in this mode. I really do. Come on. Ah, you bastard man. You little poop fart baby boy. I don't like that you did that. I don't like that you did that at all. Come on. Just a little extra damage before we go to the next move because he's about to kill me and he's about to kill the other guy. Okay, we can skip this whole he's hatching thing. We need to heal up my buddy there before he immediately dies. Because dear God, okay, he's about to die anyway, and that literally didn't matter that I used that different thing on him. He's dying anyway. Well, damn. We really did a worse job on that first round, didn't we? Oh, he's alive! Good for him! I always knew he'd do it. I always knew everything was fine, and I always believed that he'd still be alive at this point. Oh God, heal. Ooh. Oh no! He moved away when I did my special! And now I'm out of special! I'm no longer a special boy! Get your cube healing too. That's what I used, Jonixon, unfortunately. And, so yeah. More cost per. Oh, not me not using that arm thing that I equipped the entire time. Yep, there I go. Okay, so we did the exact same amount of good as last time. And you know what that means? Uh-oh. Not good. But maybe this time will be different. Actually, there is something I can switch around that might do better. Yeah. All right, so this one is better for electric resistance. We want to keep that, because obviously he's doing that a lot. This one is better for, we need a better one for, this one's better for shock. That's good to have, because clearly that's happening a lot. And then this one is for better strike damage protection, which clearly we need already, and we have that, and that's fine. Okay. Now, there are other weapons I could be using as well. I haven't tried those yet, obviously. This one gives us a little bit more fire damage, but I wonder if there's something else. +3 motivity and technique? Oh, that's a... Oh. Increases max HP, stamina recovery, HP recovery, weapon durability, max HP twice, max stamina twice. Oh, that's the thing I should have equipped before. Okay, never mind. Reduces fall damage, reduces physical damage reduction rate as opposed to doing more damage. Let's see how this works for me. Let's see. I mean, hey, it might be good. It might be better. All right. Let's try this again. And actually this time, I might try a different strategy instead of just using that. No, I'm gonna try the item again that keeps our friend alive a little longer there. Ian D. Cullen, 1985, dropping 569. Nice. Thank you very much, Ian D. Cullen. I appreciate you. There's no message attached, so I'll just say thank you. And I appreciate that, and that's very nice. And that's very nice. Thank you. We'll take another sip of water. Game player says, Damien, this boss is no joke. Gamer rage trigger confirmed. Okay, game player. I will ask you this, for the sake of some backseat gaming. Is there another form after he hatches and then high fives God? Because that's what I cannot do. Okay. Now we're chilling. We're fine. Good to know, but thank you. We're fine. We're chilling. Everything's great. And that's why I keep saying it. Everything's great.
Give me everything, puppet man. Here we go. Uh-oh, not good.
Okay. Die. You silly man. You know, the damage reduction is actually pretty noticeable, to be honest with you. I don't know if it'll change once the electricity's up, but yeah, it's gonna... I am getting a little gamer rager mode because the spin around stuff is nuts. It's just like, okay, you can get behind them, but it doesn't matter. And if you're in front of them, it doesn't matter. So I guess I just have to... I'm trying to personally figure out, and I don't want the answer, but I'm trying to personally figure out, is it better to stay close and dodge and block while close, or let him sort of come to me when dealing with his lung? Scratching your booty, man. Dear Lord. That was very rude of him. That would be very rude of you, actually, if you did that, sir. Sir, that was actually very rude of you. Okay, at least he's on fire. That's always nice to know. I feel like this gives me the same, like, anger style as the fire giant in Elden Ring. Like I was saying, okay, we're better. We're doing better this time, that's for sure. Okay, I'm gonna give him his mini heal up thing right now. Oh god, now he's going for me? No. Okay, there we go. Let's do it. Come on. Okay, go special attack. That was great. Come on, catch fire. Yes! There we go. Doing way better this time. Knock on wood. God, knock on wood. Okay, I need to heal up, and my Spectre is about to die. Well, getting him on fire twice would be, God, that'd be so good if I could do that. Come on, second round of that, please. Oh God, he does stack disruption on you. Oh, I had unequipped that little disruption blocker. Okay, yeah, now I get it. Why there's gamer rage mode. That's actually insane for him to do at me right there. I might also have to start exploring after this. Maybe fire damage is not the way to go. Maybe there's a different damage that does more. But at the very least, I'll say this. We've gotten farther than we have in the past, so let's keep going. A couple of special attacks, a good hit or two. We could do this thing. Damn, and he just launched me across the actual arena. He did. Was the man hatched out of his tummy, and that's what happened. So, you know, and that's always happening. And you know, that's always happening. Son of a bastard. Okay, I get it. Gamer rage mode, I hear you. Okay, but we are at the 3 special attack bars now. Come on. Oh, and I literally missed him on all of them except for like one. Oh, wait. Whoa, whoa. And he's on fire? This could do it, folks. This could do it for real. Come on. I can't heal again after this, but we can do this. Running away from disruption attacks. Oh God, oh God. You do it. He's not on fire anymore, but I can get there. Come on. Oh God, I feel so angry because that was really close and I missed him once. Oh, we did it. We killed our maybe dad who hatched out of the back of himself and high-fived the Lord using the souls that he took from the people he turned into stone puppets. And if you follow the story, that should be obvious. We can talk to him.
So, it comes to this.
So,
The Blue Fairy, Sophia, decides the winner. Truly, I envy you.
if only you had more training.
My Sophia.
Hey, Goobers, welcome into the raid in that triumphant moment. Oh, that's the best moment of my life. Thank you for being here. This is the end of the game, so we got to focus up for a bit, but I appreciate you being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Or does she truly care for you?
Or perhaps I needed more training.
Gave up predicting Sophia's actions long ago. But I'd like to hear your thoughts. Sophia, what have you done to her?
I left her alone.
Sylvia.
I don't know what the answer is. I left her alone. I liberated her. I didn't even do anything. I gave her peace.
Yes. I suppose that
I didn't.
was hope.
None of those answers matched what I did. I walked out of the room she was in.
Wise beyond her years. Knowing
Saying anything said we literally walked out of the room and she died. Yeah.
is a curse. I would not
Was there a way to save her?
bear it if it weren't for Sophia. Her pure heart was a tonic for my pain. That's why I wanted
The game wasn't written for leaving her, but I just went into the next room to explore.
but I couldn't have her in the end. So I tried to use this power to hold her. Even if these hands never cross.
Which ones? You got like 100.
It's fine if I'm gone. But be warned. Watch out for Geppetto.
Oh, we already know not to trust our so-called liar dad. Okay, so Raiders, welcome on in. Thank you for being here. If you don't know me, my name is Damien. I'm a voice actor, Twitch streamer. You may also know me from the YouTube channel Smosh. I post my stream schedule at the beginning of every week, but I try to get at least 3 streams in. Soulsborne games are my favorite. I also love cozy games. We were playing Infinity Nikki, and then this. I'll be playing Monster Hunter when it comes out. I talked about Elden Ring Night Rain beta when we first started the stream. So, oh, those are all alchemy things. Those are all alchemy symbols. So he is literally just an alchemy guy, and we did a murder at him, and there is a bonkin stick, and thank God we have that. I feel like I'm supposed to go back and save first, or I press a thing and it's gonna end the game here. Yeah, go down. Playing through Elden Ring tonight. Okay, that does make all the sense, Goobers. Thank you. Enjoy. I gotta say, I did get to play the beta. I'll shut up if you don't want to hear anything about it, but I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Press the thing before saving. Okay. All right. But thanks for being here, y'all. I appreciate you. If you feel like following and watching again, that's awesome. And if not, I know how raids go. I appreciate you spending any time in here, and that's very nice of you. Brosy Pang says, do we help Damien at mods? Brosy Pang, sure. Yes, in this case, I'd like to know about, am I pressing the button right? Because getting to the end of a Soulsborne game, however many hours it is, and then it being like, oh, you chose the ending where everyone farts themselves to death? And you're like, I didn't know that. The next choice is important. Okay, says Brosy Pang. Okay, well, I don't trust Geppetto, because this is literally Pinocchio if he was in a Soulsborne game. I'm not even kidding, he's Pinocchio. I don't trust Geppetto. We know he already lied to us. We know he stole our dead body as a kid or something.
He really scared me. A human becoming a god? Terrifying. But a puppet becoming a human? Now you have my attention. Suit yourself.
That is our guide, who is
Sounds
named
funny.
Gemini, pronounced
I
Gemini.
wonder.
Gemini Cricket. He's Pinocchio.
What'll happen now? I sure don't know. But I do know one thing. You're stuck with me. And I'm stuck with you, pal. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay. I'm wanting him to like Mary Poppins with that floating cloak. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. All right. Okay. I see a couple tips that I'm behind. I will read them out, but this is the end of the game, I'm assuming.
That's
Geppetto. Our liar daddy. Excuse me.
Daddy? Oh, Daddy, why'd you lie to us? Oh, I don't like it.
Okay, I'm gonna switch back. You better not be another flippin' boss fight out of nowhere. I'll set fire to your bones. So this guy the entire time has been like, I'm really sorry I lied to you, my son. You're my special little guy, and I'm sorry I lied. But can you forgive me? And I'm like, equip electric hand! So we're gonna do, it's gonna be great. You know what? I'll read out one more tip. I've beaten this game twice, and I don't think I've ever used that weapon. We love different builds. You know what? I like it a lot. This is just, I never looked up different combos of weapons. This is just one I sort of adult Legoed together and made into a stabby slashy burn stick. And I'm like, great. I'll read out one more tip before I hop into the final thing here, as I'll give him a chance to think about what he's done looking at that waterfall. He's like, look what I made. The water was up there and I brought it down here. Okay, Elizabeth B dropping six bucks 69 cents. Nice. Thank you very much, Elizabeth B. I appreciate you. Saying, hi, Damien. My friend recently scored their first big boy voice acting gig. Hey, congratulations to them. Obviously can't say what. Yes. And be sure to warn them that I won't tell them how to live their lives, but they probably shouldn't tell you what either. But I love that they did that. Just, I'm saying that to protect them, not judging them. Just got to be careful. Obviously can't say what, but it's a big jump. What advice would you offer someone who's about to take a huge step in their voice acting career? What do you wish you'd known? Kind of things. Thank you. Oh, well, first of all, don't even tell your friends when you book something. And it's hard, but like, and there are some people that are like, okay, don't tell anyone, but are you on this project? Yeah, I'm on this project. But like, I've had to, Starfield, I sat on that game for like 5 years. But it was like, as I first joined Smosh / before I joined Smosh, and it was at the end of 2023 that I was finally able to be like, it's out. Sometimes you just have to hold on to it for a while. But the point is also, if they're giving you direction, if you're feeling like imposter syndrome, I'm working with this person and this person, I shouldn't be here. What if it's wrong? That's the point of being directed. It's the point of hearing what they need from you. You are there for a reason. You're hired for a reason. You are supposed to be there. They chose you out of however many people. Maybe they're giving you an extra chance because they know you're starting out and they want to give you that leg up. But also, they wouldn't have you there if they couldn't do it, because that's their job on the line. So they are giving you direction because they know you are just the right amount of clay that they can help mold into exactly what they need for that role. And sometimes lines take a while to get. Sometimes it takes a minute. And it's okay to be honest of like, hey, I have not done this type of timing before. Can you be more specific for what you're looking at? You're working together. They hired you, but you're working together. And that is the best advice I would give. And I wish them the absolute best of luck. And again, I was not judging them before. It's just like, you hear horror stories about people losing jobs just because someone kind of knows about it. And it's like, that's tough. All right. Dr. Geppetto, aka Liar Daddy, with a bunch of dead puppets or people. These ones look like people. I think these are people. And they're napping because no one wants to work anymore. Ah, my son, you're back. He's gonna say some BS like that. What's in the chest? Give me all your...
I knew you could do it. We have all the ingredients we need. I dreamed of this day for so long. The moment you'd come back to life. You can be human again. By using that vast supply of ergo in the arm of God. I just need the final ingredient. The one that holds your memories and your lifespan. Your heart. If you give me your heart, all these trials and tribulations will be over. You have been a brilliant and a good boy. As your reward, I shall turn you into a real boy.
Actually, Dad, what if I already am a real boy because of what's
Give
inside?
me your heart.
You just want to give me a people suit? A bunch of people skin? I want to refuse because we don't trust him. I can also... If only for the fact that we know he died as a child and this was not original Dad that had anything to do with him.
Believed you were a good boy. But you insist on breaking my heart.
Yeah, well, you wanted mine.
Well, I suppose Carlo was...
Carlo was our name when we were a kid, and he died as a
It
kid.
seems you inherited his personality instead of his memories. But a father always looks after his children.
Am I wrong? Isn't
Even
Geppetto
naughty
not
ones
Carlo's dad?
Must be punished.
Didn't he just find a body and be like, I can
you.
figure this out?
In my own way, I grew to love you. After all, you're the
Okay, so
puppet
Geppetto was his...
who would bring my son
Geppetto
back
is
to life.
Carlo's father. Timothy Chalamet. Timothy Chalamet.
I'm disappointed in you. I didn't mean for this to happen. I believed you were a good
Dude, is
boy.
there another boss? There's no
If
way.
you refuse, then I'll have to retrieve it myself.
That's a cool power, though. Oh, is this our, like, Dark Link
My
fight where it's
son.
like, it's you, you're you? Oh! Oh, no, that's our actual body from when we were a human? Yeah, I think refusing was a good idea. He's like, don't worry, I'll put this into your body. Oh, ew. Ew. Is that a clock thing? A clock hand
To me,
that he's using? Or, yeah, it looks like a clock hand. Wow, nameless puppet. None of this is Dark Souls related at all. It's a new game they made up, and I think they did a good job at it.
bound you to the Grand Covenant of puppets.
Oh, well, I'm also definitely using the wrong weapon to fight a puppet, unless he is organic. Dude, there's another boss fight. I was gonna end stream soon. I have an early morning. I'm gonna give a couple of the old college try here. It's a Souls game, says Brenko. Yeah, that's true. Under the abyss. Under the abyss. Okay, let me check something real quick with a weapon combo, because I don't think fire. Oh, I can choose to just give up and give my heart there and be like, no, never mind. No. No, I'm not gonna do that. What if fire is not the move? What if, because it looked like it was doing okay damage, but I still just want to check. How does electricity work with this? We'll try the big electricity bonking stick first. The pick back up is so slow. God, it takes a minute. Yeah, it doesn't have the speed that I really loved with that other combo, but without Zap Hammer, we could instead go to Zap like Mace. Maybe. Oh, it's even faster than the. Okay, it's even faster than the fire one. I'm gonna give it one or two more tries, and if we have to save it for next stream, we definitely can. I also will be reading out more tips here. Sorry about this. Glitter Puke dropping 5 flipping bucks. Thank you very much, Glitter Puke. I appreciate you. Saying happy Wednesday, Deem and Coop. That's all of us. I wanted to say, well, congrats on all your VO opportunities. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you. I also wanted to thank you in the Coop because I first found y'all during a really dark point for me. I'm so happy I'm not alone anymore. Y'all have helped me a ton. That makes me really happy to hear. Thank you. That's why I love online communities. Have had so many ups and downs in terms of like, is it parasocial? Is it even safe? Etc. Etc. But I think in general we found a really good balance of like just people being here for people, and I really love that, and that's very special, and I'm very glad to hear that this is a good thing for you. That's wonderful, and more than anything, I am glad to hear that you are not in that dark place anymore. So it seems. Can I warn you about the nameless puppet? Nah, that's okay, game player. I would want to play a few more times before I need any other help. I appreciate you, but in general, I think I'm just gonna. I will always just ask if I need a little bit of backseat help first. But thank you, truly. Oh, you gonna explode?
I never found the Grand Covenant like the other puppets. It has a cargo of memories within you.
I will zap you it the same way. Okay.
I know you have gone astray. Troublesome puppet.
Oh, he did the anime run up. That's super cool, actually. If I weren't on the receiving end of it, I think that would be really sick. But you know, I am, so it's not. But he did the like.
Freedom is not for you.
God, he do be doing damage. Oh God. I thought I was doing a different special.
Lash. But there's no.
Ah, damn it. I didn't heal enough in time. One more try, and then we're going to save it for another stream because it is getting super late. But think, oh, it's scissors. I got no strings to hold me down. Disney's Pinocchio. And that is what the game is.
You can become a real human. Come to me, my son.
Also, he's not a nameless puppet. It's literally, isn't that Carlo's body? Slash, you wanted it to be Pinocchio. Now, got a name. It's like that Jim Croce song that makes everybody cry. I got a name. I got a name. Go on an anime run up, you fool.
Freedom is not for you.
Freedom isn't free. There's a hefty flipping fee. Gotta kill a puppet that looks just like me.
Oh, God.
My father wants to resort to the lash, but there's no other way.
Sekiro ass boss.
If you can't find those memories,
Oh, no. You can heal, you bastard, man. I don't like that. You do that. Oh, God, no. You needed to fire off that hand just a little faster. Come on. Oh, okay. Trying to get him stunned in shock there.
after I lost you, my life.
Okay, he's stunned now. Or not stunned, but he's at least in the shock status, which is good. I do wish I had changed out what my cube does because there's no helper to help me. Whoop, whoop. Here we go.
If only If only
Aggression time, please. No, second form. You son of a bastard. There's a second form. Oh, no. Omae wa mo shindeu. Don't be second form. Or no, he's got no strings to hold him down. He comes online and he makes you frown. Now we have got to fight child version of me. Even though he doesn't have a head. No? Yes. Yeah, his sword is red. He's gonna use that.
How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing.
Okay, so it is scissors. I was about to be like, that's very kill a kill of you, but I guess it works for Pinocchio. Nope, they just kill a kill. This is crazy. This is an insane final boss, and I like it. It's cool, but damn, the power creep toward the end of the game here is just wild. Like, no boss gave us difficulty before this, really, in a tangible way, but the last three has been nuts. Okay, so I'm gonna call that for today. Clearly, we're gonna need another stream for this, but it's almost 3 hours on a weekday. But hey, guess what? If you saw the stream schedule, I'm streaming tomorrow. And if you don't get to watch the streams in the moment, there are always the VODs that are available immediately after on Twitch, or we still upload them to YouTube. I'm very behind. I realize that I need to get those over to our mod Wayward Jaybird to continue with that. But we're gonna be just fine. This is gonna be great. And so, yeah. Oh God, my thumb is losing its agility by the day. I need to do my post-surgery stretches. But thank you so much for joining tonight, y'all. I do have a couple more tips to read out, and I'm of course going to read out the resubscribers. Thank you to everybody who came in and raided, the raiders that stayed around to say hi. I appreciate you. Yeah, we will send a raid along at the end here as well. But first, I'm going to back out of the game. Back out of the game. All right. Close game. Yep, saving, and we're good. Awesome. Hey, thanks for being here, folks. This was a really fun time, and I hope you enjoyed yourself, too. I hope this was a nice distraction for a few hours of whatever you got going on, just leaving it at the doorstep for a minute. Our last two tips of the night, we've got, three tips of the night. So sorry I missed that. Amateur nail art dropping $3.69. Nice. Thank you very much, Amateur Nail Art, saying, "Hi, Damien. You did an absolute stellar job hosting today's Assumptions video." Thank you. That's really nice. I'm always a little nervous. It's, you know, a newer format for me, but I enjoy hosting, and yeah, so thank you. It was a delight to watch. I've also started watching Tokyo Revengers, so I will be ready for when season 3 begins and your character joins the foray. It's been a fun watch. Thank you, Amateur Nail Art. Yeah, it's crazy because to get ready for the role and just know the vibe of the show, I did start watching it and like churned through a bunch of it and then read the manga parts where my character, you know, begins to show up. And just never underestimate how much that main character gets his butt kicked. It's wild. It's like, he's truly the epitome of like, I am bleeding, which makes me the victor. And they're like, okay. Like, so yeah, I hope you continue to enjoy it. And I think it's a really cool show, and I'm proud to be a part of it. And I'm looking forward to y'all hopefully enjoying it too. So thank you. Irabels dropping 3 flipping bucks, or maybe Irabels, I don't know, but thank you. A small token of appreciation for the big motivation and positive energy you've been giving. Hope the rest of your week goes well, Damien. That's very sweet. Thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. I'm always happy to, if something I'm doing helps you feel good, or like you can do a thing. Never forget, I get sleepy. I have times where I'm feeling low as well. Or that I, you know, can't do it, or that I sometimes like miss a deadline on a thing. So that's normal, but I'm glad that I can help you push through those moments of that for yourself. So thank you. And then finally, we got Onyx Everin dropping 369. Nice. Thank you very much, Onyx Everin. I appreciate you. Saying happy Wednesday, and a very merry Wednesday's miss to you as well. I have something small to celebrate. I tend to struggle spending money on myself, but I've been working really hard on that. And finally got an upgrade on some tech I've been needing. That's awesome. It may be small, but I'm really proud of myself for it. I think that's so cool, Onyx Everin. I think that's really awesome, and I'm stoked for you for that. You know, some people have the opposite, where you spend too much, you know, left and right, because it can be a little bit of like a dopamine hit. But I think there's something to be said of like figuring out something you need that you would also enjoy, that you can like maybe not spend here and there, but just more like, hey, this is important for myself. It's hard to get out of like a survival mindset. I don't know your life, but when you're like, I need to save, or I need to take care of others, I need to make sure everything's okay, it's really hard to sometimes accept like, hey, what if actually it's okay right now, and that slightly nicer jacket that might last a little longer, maybe I do get that one, you know? So I think that's a really cool step, and I love that. So congrats to you. I'm going to read out the resubscribers real quick. There are not too many tonight, so if you feel like sticking around, that'd be lovely, because then we're going to raid someone right after this. So as I always say, you don't have to subscribe or tip or anything. That being said, having subscribers has very much changed my life, and I thank you all very, very much. So I shout people out to say thank you. So a very spicy welcome back and thank you to Grumpy Penguin for their 9th month, Virtual Boy Scout for their 9th month, HN Cali for their 5th, Itzy's Code for their 8th, we got Orion Core for their 16th, Midnight Vixen Fox for their 51st at a tier 2. Midnight Vixen Fox, thank you very much for the extra chunk of support. Demonic Donut for their 4th. We got Kaelia for their 13th. Zeke of the Falls for their 50th. Cosmic Hannah for their 38th. Kogenayon. Sorry, I always have a problem with that. My apologies. Kogenayon for their 8th. Incalibinari for their 17th. Volche of Seer for their Voice of Seer. My God, that looked like an L. Sorry. For their 2nd. Jonixon for their 16th. Lemon Lee Artistry for their 5th. We've got Singing Gamer Girl for their 53rd, Chocoholic Mama for their 14th, Alley Cat for their 2nd, Coyote Witch for their 2nd, Solar Flare for their 40th at a tier 3. Solar Flare, thank you for the big ol' extra chunk of support. I appreciate that a lot. The Great Gabsby for their 6th, Nugget Chicken for their 10th, Hyatt's Kai for their 27th, the Caitlin for their 2nd, Adventures in Ardia for their 2nd, Wardotzi for their 6th, Lindley or whatever for their 11th, Gracie B for their 1 year Cleverversary. Gracie B, let's go. Thank you for a year of support. I greatly appreciate it. Here's to 28 trillion more years. Happily Ever Kara for their 6 year Cleverversary. Let's get those blue cakes in chat. That's all I can do. 6 years is crazy. Thank you so much. That's an insane amount of time to watch someone and not get sick of it. Thank you for the support. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. Here's to 26 trillion more times 6. And also a big thank you to Demo Nacho Twatha Rockalov, the Amateur Nail Art, Elias, Noah Cola, and then Kayla Macaroni for dropping those blue cakes and being the blue cake reinforcements, as well as Kachi Rose. Thank you very much. They're very heavy. They're made of tungsten. But that's crazy. Happily Ever Kara, thank you very much. Christina Marie for their 8th, Mandy Girl for their 43rd, and then finally Shadow Snake for their 11th. Woo! What a stream today was. But hey, it was a great time, and I thank you for being here. You know, we're gonna raid today who we rarely have a chance to raid. We are going to raid. Who are we raiding today? We're raiding Valeria the Werewolf. That's my friend Val. They voice in Overwatch 2. They play the character that is underground and digs with drills. They're newer. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm forgetting this. But we're gonna raid and say raid for the Val for Val my pal. Val my pal. This is gonna be our raid call. We're gonna copy paste as we raid in Venture. My god, thank you. That was going to drive me nuts. I think I'm just tired. Okay, so we're gonna raid my friend Val, who again is the voice actor of Venture. Hey, and they're on a victory screen right now, so that's looking good. So Coop, as I always say, whether you tip, you subscribe, you throw bits my way, or you just support me by watching with your eyeballs, I so appreciate you. I love this community. Could not and would not want to do this without you. And until tomorrow, Coop, you are dismissed. Now let's raid. Let's go. It's going to be sick. Let's go. There's so many of you. Thank you. Bye. 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 Bye.